Hello. Let's see if I can get chat working. Test message, test message, test message. Hold on a second, I can fix this. Test. Oh, it's going. Although it's the wrong color. I wanted it to be white, because that'll better contrast the background. But otherwise, yeah, this seems to be, this seems to be working. Okay. So this is Esoteric Ebb. This is, the new sort of spiritual successor to Disco Elysium. It's not made by the same company, because, you know, there's that whole copyright scandal stuff where they basically just forced the actual creators out of the company, and I don't know, there's a whole, like, situation. I don't know all the specifics, but apparently, you know, they're bad. Hello, Ms. Doyle, creator of the famous Doyle-Lasif explanation. What is the Doyle-Lasif explanation? But yeah, this is, the actual creator of Disco Elysium, specifically recommends this game. So, you know, seems good. Every shepherd knows the song. It bellows up the river. Earth lives in that sliver of land. Strength measures how naturally your body prowess alongside testosterone-fueled mindset. As a man, it is only proper for you to hone your figure and its capabilities. But why? The search for meaning is as vital as the struggle towards competency. Luckily, you already know your cause. To protect the innocent, to lead the weak, to sacrifice until nothing but your bones hit the pavement, to literally die. Become a zealot, regain your honor, set out on your divine mission. That is the cleric's unique take on strength. Is this the demo or the full game? This is the full game. Although the demo, there is a demo available if you are uncertain about your purchase. Higher strength gives you extra items, useful in encounters. Religious fervor and aesthetic nationalism increases manhood. Votes for the party of Norvik, prays for his dead god, uses brute force on puzzles, punches the big bad evil guys in the face, wants to become a real human hero, loves quests simple as low strength cleric, is a weak sniveling rat, bows down to anyone stronger, can't handle the banter, gives up when the going gets tough, is afraid of women, doesn't care about quests. Wait, all the stats have explanations. It is imperative to simply explain to those people they have the right to choose. Belief in oneself is just. Wealth is built from within. Dexterity measures natural reactivity, balance, and poise. The haste with which you express a witty remark or notice a nervous glance. And of course, your ability to gracefully avoid the consequences of your actions. It's all about risk versus reward. It is that feeling of self-preservation when everything falls apart around you. To grab as much as you can while the grabbing's good. To progress towards a new future full of freedom. Freedom! All caps. So those who can look for themselves can prosper and survive. I promise you no one else will. That's the cleric's unique take on dexterity. Steal anything! Pick locks, sneak and dodge traps, and roll initiative and react quickly as a dashing rogue. Become as rich as a Republican revolutionary. Just run away, dummy. Constitution. Always listen to your hungry stomach. Constitution measures your natural stamina, both mental and physical. It's how much you can take before going down. The world is harsh and unforgiving. It will beat you to a pulp with words and sticks. So listen to your gut, the instinct that kicks in while you're standing at the pit. It is the voice that speaks nothing but bodily truth. Every choice you make, every emotion you accumulate can be traced back to the lower half of your stomach ears. Follow it. Retain the mortality of fleshly logic. Simple, easy, truthful. Constitution is needed for hit points. Control your body and its esoteric connection. Your political party pulled 2% last week and you don't care. Pain is good for you. Oh, I forgot the role of dexterity. So high dexterity cleric votes for the revolutionary freestriders, collects piles of shiny coins, acts first in every encounter, avoids trouble before it brews, always has a witty reply, looks out for himself, and takes big risks and wins every time. But a low dexterity cleric takes big risks and fails every time! Doesn't notice anything in time, stumbles over his own feet, drops the ball, figuratively and literally, is slow mentally and physically, is dirt poor. How very embarrassing. But what's the role of Constitution? A high Constitution cleric keeps forgetting there's an election, focuses on the good things in life, is tougher than entropy, keeps his neuroticism in check, talks his spirits in the walls, listens to his gut, he's already dead. A low Constitution cleric will die, panics over everything, listens to his gut and is wrong. Has no control over his bodily functions, can't handle the pain, has no special connection. No special connection with the walls. That's heartbreaking. No special connection with the walls. That's fucking heartbreaking. Okay, what about intelligence? A glorious design. Let those who lead through the merit of ability and nothing else. Lord Phyllis Prax, Autobiography Prax. Intelligence measures your ability to recall, store, and process information. It is your logical receptacle and calculator. It is only proper for you to own this pulsating mask within your skull. But why? Simple, pure, unadulterated ego! Knowledge rules the world. So too shall you one day lead the weak. Bring your genius to the masses. If they do not bow, they do not deserve you. You know everything about the past. Therefore, it is only rational you will truly know the future as well. Enlighten the ignorant masses. Prepare more spells. Think, plan, and execute an actual plan. Complete the magocratic view. And vote for yourself. Be a genius without peers. I love this little goblin smiley face that's drawn on, like, all of them. What's the role of intelligence, though? A high intelligence cleric votes for the best wizard, parentheses, you. Despises and envies God, solves every mystery with ease, masters arcane magic, spouts historical facts for hours, is dismissive towards those lesser, knows everything. And in low intelligence cleric knows nothing, is both ignorant and confident. Oh no! YouTube comment section moment. Makes up tidbits to seem smart, is barely sentient, cannot intentionally solve mysteries, is an idiot. Duh. Alright, what about wisdom? Oh wait. Oh yeah, no, I did get roll. Okay, wisdom. The large crucible upon the heavy forms, the mystical falter at the crucial point. The small shall rise to the occasion. Halfweed's poem. Wisdom measures your awareness, intuition, and ability to understand the world around you. You feel it. You may not know why, but meeting the gaze of another grants you an empathetic bond with her. Her wants and fears, her dreams and hopes. You can read people, for good or bad, and pick up on details others would pass by. is your belief in the heart of all folk. To give and share what you have, and be completely and utterly selfless, is the only true road to redemption. Gods only know how hard you try. Empower your spells, be kind and see the good in all folk. Egalitarian hope of the Asgalian working class, there are no big bad evil guys. Yo, BBEG reference. I don't think hearts are supposed to have that many eyes. Are you a doctor? Are you the optometrist? A high wisdom cleric votes for the Asgalian Workers' Party, hates nothing except hierarchies, embraces his feminine side, follows his bleeding heart, masters principal magic, reads body language like a champ, notices all details. And a low wisdom cleric is an oblivious fool, misreads cues all the time, does not think about the lower class, does not get people, fails at spotting traps, is not aware of where he is. What's going on here? I'm so confused. There's... Alright, and then charisma. Those who believe in democracy have a wonderful view of folk. To think them capable of making rational, informed decisions devoid of personal bias and emotional conduct is frankly inspiring. Nicholas Darrow, Memoirs of a Statesman. Charisma measures your eloquence, confidence, and ability to navigate social situations of any kind. Oh, I'm bad at this one. In short, it is the force of your unkempt personality. But they don't need to know that. Smooth talking your way into any position of your liking, you can be affiliated with any known faction or thought. Reality is molded around you, like a chameleon. Become a social operator. Become anything you need to make everyone finally love you. With high charisma, you get an automatic discount in select stores near you, win every conversation by saying the right thing, say whatever gets people to like you, and become an apolitical force of nature. Be arguably sociopathic. A high charisma cleric votes for whatever makes him popular, was socialized as a child, knows what to say to win favors, can actually flirt with some baddies, loves to mind control people, sees truth as a suggestion, and has no soul. But a low charisma cleric isn't very likable, doesn't know how to act with people, fumbles the baddies, fears conversations, is like the opposite of a skilled orator, and has no style. Yo, Lanky Kong moment. He has no style. He has no grace. This Kong has a funny face. Alright, and we've got different background focuses. So we got punching bag. You're a farmer's son who grew up in the city. Of course you'd be an outcast. It took time, but eventually you figured out how to cope with it. Troll killer. You don't remember it, but you know how how your father died. Sometimes it motivated you. Sometimes it felt impossible to live up to. Kiosk kid. Your mom wasn't around lots, so you kept out of trouble. She forced you to get a post-school job. You still despise the smell of newspapers. Pest control guild mimic oh no! It didn't look like normal furniture! Lore enthusiast. Spending a lot of time alone in the city, you often ended up in the Darwinian library. The strange history of Jor's realm was a constant companion to you. Crowd pleaser. Inevitably, you ended up with the wrong crowd. You quickly picked up on the slang and radical terminology, doing anything you could to get real friends. Little weirdo, you were a novelty to them. Boy who would do anything, who'd say or do anything for approval, for their attention, for their approval. After 2 years or so, you're quite good at it. Asgalist activist, your local friends soon introduced you to the rebellious belly of Norfolk. As a teenager, you spent years spreading chaos and worse, dwarf propaganda. What we learned from hedonists. Local rally stopped by fascist landlord. An Uthgard recruit. After your arrest, there wasn't much arguing about it. 3 grueling years in training drilled on the city code and virtues, but you survived. One friend. You only ever really prayed for that one thing during those lonely years, but the gods did not answer, so you learned to manage as always. Acolyte, your knack for scribing got you a promotion to clerical duties. Picked out of the ranks, you quickly showed deep devotion to your divine city. Tower apprentice. Joining the towers is an honor bestowed upon few. It is also a terrible challenge, even for you. Who'd have thought lectures were so draining? Arcane prodigy. There's so many of these background focuses. For the first time in your life, you were a natural. You'd always known a few cantrips, but real magic was something else. It was power. Palace Pawn. You're a rising talent. You often found yourself in the midst of politicking superiors. Despite your best efforts, it never ended well for you. Faithful Harbinger. There's something wrong. Praying to a dead god whose whispers linger in the air, slowly fading. You're isolated amongst your fears. Esoteric Expert. You spent most nights seeking esoterical insight. A lonely life. Your findings were unwanted by those in charge, and yet you did not stop, never. Revolutionary Scribe. Disillusionment. A city with ideals not upheld. One day you chose a side, the emerging democracy. You wrote day and night for change and glory. Abject Apostate. No one likes you. No one likes you. When you were demoted for dereliction, no one spoke up against it, but it's fine. You'll be fine. After all, you're used to it. A dead cleric. Growing up alone, getting into trouble, training with the Uthgard, devoting your life and becoming a cleric. Was it always supposed to end in the river? And then we're back to punching bag. There's so many to choose from. I don't know what these PE are. Oh, are these like, these must be your birthday, isn't it? Something to do with your birthday. PE, like P era. Poop era. I kind of want to be the guy no one likes. And then we get to mark 2 proficiencies as well. Ooh, and we have points to give as well. Okay, so no one likes you. That's dexterity and constitution. Yeah, okay, so we'll be the guy no one likes, the abject apostate. And then I guess let's be proficient in strength and intelligence. And then bump those up since we're already proficient in them. Let's do Constitution as well. And a little bit of Dex. A little bit of Wisdom. Maybe we go... Yeah, we'll do it like that. We'll do it like that. And maybe move our proficiency... No, let's keep it like that. Let's keep it like that. 5 days until the first ever election. An explosion erupts in the heart of the city. No one wants to deal with it, so they sent you. Oh, damn. I really am the cleric no one likes. The least likable cleric they could find, but also thick as a brick, ready to face death itself. Complete your quests in any order. Don't be afraid to make interesting choices, and remember to listen to your stomach. The campaign will take you from level 1 to 6. We'll play for about 5 to 8 sessions. It's been a journey to put this together. I hope you have a good time. Chris. And always trust charisma. That'll end well. Speak with Dead. 3rd level necromancy. Oh, this is a spell. Do I have this spell? You grant semblance of life and intelligence to a corpse of your choice within range, allowing it to answer the questions you pose. The corpse must still have a mouth and cannot be undead. The spell fails if the corpse is the target of the spell within the last 10 days. Until the spell ends, you can ask the corpse up to 5 questions. The corpse knows only what it knew in life, including languages it knew. Answers are usually brief, cryptic, or repetitive, and the corpse is under no compulsion to offer a truthful answer if you are hostile to it, or it recognizes you as an enemy. The spell doesn't return the creature's soul to its body Only its animating spirit, thus the corpse, can't learn any new information, doesn't comprehend anything that has happened since died, and can't speculate about future events. Is that me? Truth, and nothing else, a voice declares. What is your name? Intelligence DC 8 success. Oh, thank you for the follow, Goredo1. So they can just lie? Yeah, the corpses can lie. Okay, so I succeeded in my name roll. The fact that you can fucking fail to remember your name. Ragan. Correct. You answer. Another question from the darkness. What is your occupation? You're dead? Dead? How could you be dead? You're thinking, aren't you? Dead does not mean gone. What are you, a fucking poet? What is occupation in this context? Work, getting paid for labor. Didn't you have a job? Something really important. Your class. Tell the voice about your class. What class am I? Lower class. Your class is whatever gets you to... Oh, charisma failed. Your class is whatever gets you to steer clear of society in general. I'm awful at everything. Brutal but true. It takes a while before the next question is posed. What is your current goal? We need to find out who blew up the tea shop. The Goblin Chieftain, she needs you. To find the Goblin Chieftain, is that right? You know to be true. No reply, no feedback. Then the voice asks, what is your political affiliation? The question strikes your entire consciousness, sending it spinning. The National Party of Norvik, of course. You care for your fellow. Vote for the Asgilists. It is the duty of the powerful to lead. That is you, no one else. The Freestriders, maybe? Then again, you're no revolutionary. Things just move way too fast these days. Elections are ridiculous. So I succeeded on all of those. I should be in charge as a God King Wizard Lord. I don't know any of these words. Freestriders, Agilist, Nationalists. I'm apolitical. I'm gonna say I should be in charge as a God Wizard Lord. Once we based our worth on knowledge and ability, it shall come again. The voice is fading. This is the end. The final question. How did you die? Following your convictions. Drowning in the river. The same way you lived. Unable to step out of the uniform. Not for 1 second. Now's your chance to break free. I'm not dead. You failed the freestride. Oh, I failed the freestride one. I didn't realize that. Sorry. That's me. Drowning in the river. Published by Raw Fury. Artwork by Jonathan Nielsen, Olaf Arsa, Palatina Warren, Alva Wierenstenholm. I couldn't read them all. I couldn't read all the names. Oh, there's the little pocket watch. I'm confused. Is this a mod, a sequel, or did I just not understand what Disco Elysium is in the first place? This is a spiritual successor. It's by a different company because the company that published Disco Elysium is kind of shitty. They kicked the creator out and like stole his intellectual property, and it's like a messy situation that I don't know all the specifics of, but the point is they're bad. Day 1, March 2nd, 27 PE. A fresh start. Your body aches, as stiff as if you haven't slept for days. I have a job to do. Ready for a glorious quest to continue. Check my stuff. What stuff? Your hands dart around your pouch and uniform. Panic. Sweat. Your legs shake. Tears begin to form. Deep breaths. Your belongings are surely here somewhere. A circular stone chamber. Storage for apples and corpses. The house of the dead. Your home. Those piles of apples. Is it Tolsad? Tolsad is a sprawling island fortress and one of 5 districts in the city. It sits in the middle of the river Torna, home of Jor's Pillar and a sprawling tunnel network. And Water Lane, the greatest trade hub in Ascani. You are in Tolstad right now. River Torna, the second longest documented river along the coast, splitting the band of Ascani in half. The coast, also known as Jor's Realms, is a strip of land divided into 8 bands. The further inland you go, the closer you get to the infinite wastes. It is theorized to be a ring or half-sphere due to the bend of the horizon. Band, an esoteric divide, splits the circular coast of Jor into 8 geographic areas commonly known as bands. Each band has unique esoteric and natural traits and stretches from the coast to the infinite wastes. Esoteric, the magic of Jor and his strings. The coast is infused with it. Jor is the name of our realm. Also the name of the legendary wizard who created it. He died during the closing, at the end of the Gate era. A wizard is a book-learned arcane spellcaster, typically plays Jor's strings by memorizing and executing esoteric rituals and chants. Arcane, one of the 3 pillars of magic, is represented by the forces who make up all the esoteric events. Those who play Jor's strings tap into powers programming the laws of existence around their whims. Jor's strings, the ley lines of esoteric power that holds the realm together. What's this about a quest? Oh, I got a hit point! Oh yes, a quest! Quest, a task performed by a heroic individual and or professional adventurer. You're on a quest to save the city! Earth be blessed! Earth is your god. Do I remember everything? Yes, everything is off, but your memory's intact. Your quest was given to you yesterday. Remember the tea shop? Yep, the tea shop that blew up. Easy job. You'll be done in a day or 2. A chance for redemption. Redemptions? Wait, what did I do? Insubordination. Inconstancy. Light apostasy. Those words live inside your bone marrow. How much time do I have? Till the election, duh. Which isn't 5 days. The Patriarch is very clear. Handle the tea shop before election day. Patriarch, top clerical rank in Norvik. Different from the Lord Patriarch, which is the traditional administrative leader of the city. Only about a dozen men currently hold the rank. They manage a section of clerics at the towers. Cleric is a servant of God, typically devoted to and spiritually connected. Typically a divine spellcaster given power through their deity. One of the 3 pillars of magic is represented by the faith of all folk, their souls, is granted by gods who once walked among us. Among us! Among us! You must honor this request and complete the quest. Time only advances when you make new choices in dialogue. Was this made by someone who worked on Disco Elysium? No, I don't think so. It's a spiritual successor, but it's not made by the original creator. Although he did tweet on Blue Sky saying that you should play it, which I think is, endorsement enough. Okay, so just a job. I've done this before. Maybe not this particular type of job. Your previous experience lies more in the basic Earthguard militia service, as well as a few years at the towers. Earthguard, the heroes of Norvik, keepers of the city law, defenders of humanity, your brothers. Norvik, your home city, founded by your god towards the end of the Coast War. It is built upon several layers of ancient ruins. The Coast War was a great war, a conflict between the Arcanists of Reeds, as well as every other nation connected with them across the coast. Horrible waste of human lives, which claim millions of lives. There is no honor in the fighting. That you know. Reeds, one of the 8 bands along the coast. It is a temperate land of lowland and many lakes, commonly seen as the homeland of humans. Large portions are still coasts, holding entire undead cities, eternally burning valleys, and floating mountains. Rogue sorcery was not your main subject, but yes, you've heard a lot about these types of fiery events. They are not too common these days. However, this incident does not appear to be overly complex. I like quests. Good attitude. There's always more around the corner, so look out. Don't want to miss any. So to be clear, I need to figure out who blew up the random tea shop. More or less. But you got like 5 days to do it, so no stress. Can I think about it first? Time is limited. It's just a lot too. Oh shit, I shouldn't have thought! I got dizzy from too much thinking! The weight of the Earthguard uniform, a dull pain takes hold. You require healing. You must consume an apple, now. If your stats are high or low enough, chimes will appear in your mind. They will suggest, inform, and offer unique paths. Trust them at your own risks. I'll rub my temples. As you do, your fingers touch upon cold steel. It is covering your entire head. Colloquial, that's known as a helmet. Can I take it off? No! I wouldn't do that. It's like ripping off your own face. That's not a good idea. Not yet. I can't wait until you do. Okay, thank you. Alright, let's consume an apple. I need to eat it. An apple grown on Tolsad. The colors ripple across the surface. Consuming it will save your soul. Okay. I ate the apple. A divine shrine covered in apples. The ruins fill your senses as you approach. The color is faded. The monument is hollow, void of all life and divinity. And worse, it's covered in rotten apples. A sacred shrine left in this state is an insult to Earth and all of his people. These old things are still around. Are these rare? Can I pray here? Kneel and move on. Indeed. Yet you are very much aware this is not the worst you'll see. You'll have to fight to keep Earth's dream afloat. The city is lost, but not yet lost. How poetic. You're also aware the city is very much in need of change. Change from what? An honorable lifestyle? A peaceful city for humans to prosper in? Change from stagnation and mire of decay. Earth's crusade brought triumph. The corruption brought after his fall is due to exactly that kind of filthy rhetoric. You're certainly allowed to be wrong in your opinion there. Let me take the apples. It does not take long for you to move some of the nasty apples away from the shrine. A small improvement, but big in the heart. Can I pray here? To what exactly? To Earth, of course. There are many gods listening to our prayers always. So just remember that they might not respond so clearly. So I can just pray to a random god? You may pray as you wish. There's an internal element to it that is underappreciated. I'm gonna kneel. The shrine towers over you. You feel small. To cast spells, you must first prepare them at shrines. Prepared spells can be cast when the cleric has reason to do so, either in or out of dialogue. Each cast expends 1 spell slot of the corresponding level. Let's prepare spells. Preparing spells to the right, you may view a list of all your available spells. In order to cast spells, you need to prepare them by approaching shrines which are scattered around the city. For each spell you wish to prepare, fill its empty slot on the right. You may only prepare a spell if you have the spell slot and corresponding level available. Spell slots to the bottom left. So I have 3 first level spell slots. Each circle represents 1 slot which you may expend to cast a spell. You may only cast spells when there is a use for them. When a spell is castable during a specific situation of dialogue, the spell tile button of that particular spell will be lit up. Spell tile buttons can be found next to your spell slots once you have finished preparing your spells. Alright, so I only have 1 spell. It's Cure Wounds. Creature you touch regains the number of hit points equal to 1d8 plus your wisdom ability modifier. The spell has no effect on undeads and constructs. So can I can equip that. Okay, yeah. So I have Cure Wounds. What's this? There's a corpse under the blanket. Let's trifle with it. Ooh! Give me the apple. And the crowns. You stare down at a blue rag. It's draped over the outline of someone. It must be normal to take naps down here. Check under the rag. Underneath you find the cold corpse of a human. Thinning blonde hair, unkept facial hair. The DC difficulty class of the dice choice will be determined by how challenging that roll will be for you. If you select a dice choice, then roll a 20-sided die. If you get the same or higher as the DC, then succeed on that roll. Let's examine him closer. Yeah, let's do die roll. Yeah! Success! Success! There's something strange here. There's no regular gentle repose. Look closer, but do not move the corpse. Harsh scars cover his skin. Signs of either being a hard worker or a careless worker litter his skin. Cause of death appears to be not directly visible. No blunt trauma either. Considering his age and the shape of his body, this man is most likely dead of a common illness or internal failure. That's pretty broad and vague. Unless you're willing to start cutting, that's all you get. Except, there's also a marking on his right leg, a circle with a cross inside of it. You recall that is the marking of PR, potential revivification. This guy can be revived? It seems so. He likely died during care and was granted immediate gentle repose. However, he clearly did not have an RF, or Revive Fund, nor did he have family members with enough cash ready. Revive Fund is a type of life insurance. Monthly payments are made into an account that can be used to pay for resurrection of the fallen holder given they're under the age of 75. Resurrection, the act of returning the dead person back to life. There are many spells that do this, from Weak Revivify to the legendary True Resurrection. Revivify is a 3rd level necromancy spell. If used within 60 seconds of death, the body is into ruin, the target is brought back to life. True Resurrection is a 9th level legendary spell, capable of bringing anyone dead back to life if you believe the legends. There are many different tales with different takes on the restrictions, but generally you cannot use it on a creature that is dead for over 200 years. Or perhaps he's just an unlikable fellow. Fair enough. You cover the corpse again. So I couldn't revivify him because he's been dead more than 60 seconds, right? Potentially. Although you should question why. A 3rd level spell slot is a valuable resource. Why waste it on a blue-collar corpse? That's terrible. You can always save a life or bring it back. That's always the right choice. Of course it isn't. Ignoring the fact that you can simply spend your power on any old fool, there are also a million outcomes to resurrection that would lead to a negative outcome in the world, despite your good intentions. Good intentions build a better world. But perhaps in your foolish alignment system, but not in reality. Alignment is an esoteric effect which brands each creature on the coast with one of 9 labels on 2 axes, lawful to chaotic and good to evil. It's debated exactly who or what determine the parameters of this effect. Spells like Detect Alignment are capable of parsing it. It's okay to loot him, right? Yeah, why not? It would be dishonorable. It would only take that which you need for your quest. Grave robbing is frowned upon by some, even these enlightened times. Either way, you will not get in trouble. No one will ever know. Alright, I'll stop bothering the corpse now. How do you find games like this? I actually heard about this on a different YouTube video, but this was part of the Steam Next Fest, which was last week, where a bunch of upcoming games had demos. And this was what made me... This is what I wanted to try. So here's my quests. Find out who blew up the tea shop. Your purpose in Tulsa is to investigate the exploded tea shop. Election week. The first election in the Vorkon will take place in a few days' time. What do you vote for? Obviously, you're very clear about the fact that you should be the future God King of Norfolk. You've said so one single time in real conversations with real people. You've encountered a corpse in the Lich House. It seems freshly ready for revivify, although it cost quite a bit of money to come back. Almost a month's rent. Alright. Let's get out of the... Oh, wait, no, there's a journal. Let's look at that. Oh, it's a voting card. What's in the pile of apples? The Shield of Faith. Oh, that's a new spell I can prepare. You stare at a pile of apples. Apples are good for you. These apples are not in pristine condition. Should they be stored alongside corpses? No, it's a health hazard. Something tells you that no, they should not. Well, I mean, if I know they shouldn't be there... Okay, we'll prepare these two. And let's talk to this person. It's a zombie! You approach a shambling man by the apple pile. He does not acknowledge your presence. He is unaware of him. Just stare at him. Glancing under his hood, you catch a blank expression spread upon a dried face. Poke him. The man does not appear to react in any way to being poked. This is a reanimated corpse. Sir, are you a member of the undead? He does not respond. Should I defeat this zombie? Yes, it is only just. Undead are not allowed in Norvik. Norvik is the central city of Ascani, the last bastion of humanity. It was founded upon the end of the Reconquest at 468 AE, exactly 70 years ago. Ascan, one of the 8 bands along the coast. It is a cold mountainous realm. It is your home and is referred to as Ascani interchangeably. I mean, Strength said I should defeat him. Yes, deal with this foul creature. Encounters are turn-based conflicts where each participant takes turns in rolling dice and taking actions. During your turn, you're able to perform 1 dice action as well as cast 1 spell of your choosing. The order is determined by an initiative roll. Don't let this shambler get the jump on you. 13... 4 minus 2. Okay. Fight! You're quick. You've got this. It's your turn. Show no mercy. Okay. Stay. Do not make the first move. Okay. Strength says shove him. Constitution says keep your composure. Dexterity says hold up a closed fit and say, here, look at this, and then trip him. I think I shove him. Putting your weight on it, you push the zombie backwards. He attempts to stabilize while stumbling around. The slow zombie just stands there. No time, he's reacting. Take some time. The zombie is hostile. The undead abomination must be apprehended before he causes damage to innocents. Does that include you? Yes. You should probably try to de-escalate this. Just a tip. Oh, so I can't de-escalate as easily because I shoved him. I'm gonna grab his arm. You successfully grab his arms. Your thick-gloved hands wrap around his frail wrists and keep them stable. He's not getting away now. His neck snaps around. The withered face is now facing yours. Yeah, you really pissed him off. You can tell since you're such a people person. The zombie bites down on you hard. Success. The pain is temporary. This ends now. Your final chance. Do not falter. Finish this with a sucker punch. Knock him out. Knock is a 2nd level transmutation. Unlocks things. The definition of locked has been stretched for over the centuries, but the spell works on most closed containers or entryways. Yes. Catching your breath, you stare at the now unmoving creature. I gained experience. Justice dispensed. Now go loot him. Get the fancy tooth. Alright, I'll loot him. Wisdom tooth. So if I equip, you feel a tingle in your arm when you hold it. Hold on. Inventory. You need to bring this to a polling place on election day if your voice is to be heard. -1 intelligence for the voting card. It's made out to Ragnar Hellman. Oh, that's me! It's from a dwarven office for some reason. You find someone has checked all... Oh! They checked off all 5 parties. You pick up the surprisingly thick piece of paper with shaking hand. This is your future. The card is slightly torn and has clearly been drenched at some point. The top says Rosscourt in big bold lettering. 5 days remaining. Look at the list of parties. Nationalists, the Party of Norvik. Party of Norvik, the inheritors of Earth's will, the theocratic organization founded to uphold the old ways, headed by magistrates and 20-something noble families. Magistrates, the highest government position beyond the Lord Patriarch, chosen to rule a district in Norvik for 10 to 12 years, depending on their bloodline. Lord Patriarch is the commander of the city forces and the top cleric of Earth. The title is appointed by Earth. Currently, Lord Askium holds the title. Having led the city for the past 30 years, he is withdrawn leader, over 80 years of age, and has put most of the power in the hands of magistrates. Askium is the Lord Patriarch of Nozark. He's supposed to be of the Nationalist Party, but due to his withdrawn behavior, most campaigning is done by the magistrates. They're the 5 rulers of the 5 districts. They are the Coin Lord, Home Lord, Shield Lord, Food Lord, and Law Lord. Each has a unique role in the city's bureaucracy. Sometimes the titles switch between districts, but generally the housing districts holds the Home Lord and the Palace holds the Law Lord. One of the 5 districts in Norvik, the poorer area on the west side of the river, named such due to the Earth folk originally being housed here while Earth cleared out the ruins in what is now the Palace. Earthfolk are the people of Earth, the ancestors of those who reconquered the Eskini coast, true mythological heroes. Freestrider, the Revolutionary Party. A new way. People in the East have overthrown old wizards and gods. For years, the revolution has slowly creeped into the city. Now it's time to finally join the free cities and get rich. The free cities are a collection of city-states in the Reeds, all united under the golden banner of free striderdom. Norvik will join them one way or another. Asgalist is the Workers' Party. The workers who built this city want to rule it. It seems only just. Their vision is a fair and even society where those who live underneath rise up to show their worth. After all, why can't we all share? Agarian, the Rural Party. Those who live off the earth. Simple farmers, people of the land, the common clay of Askini fields. Their political movement has mostly been swallowed by the Asgalists. Arcanists, the Party of Magic. The Magocrats who ruled pre-Coast War human civilizations in Old Dominor. Also a very minor political party in Norvik. Dominor, the arcane era named for reeds, often referred to as Old Dominor. The name was changed by Freestrider revolutionaries to mark the end of the old magocracies. The arcane era is 511 years of magical and technological growth, as well as the birth and death of the greatest human magistrates in Dominor, now reeds, ended 27 years ago. The arcane era is the 4th out of the 5 eras, when the Arcanists rose and dominated the entire coast, only to fall when the Coast War crumbled their empires to dust. The Coast War, a near century-spanning conflict between every nation of the Arcane era. Scholars estimate it claimed more than half of the entire human population. It is said to have begun in 398 AE by the inciting spark of the assassination of the priestess Ionia, and it is generally agreed to have concluded within the fall of Thazin in 481 AE, 57 years ago. Era. Modern scholars divide history on Jor into 5 eras. They use canonically important events such as the starting points for those eras, although this was easier when the Arcanists of Dominor still had a common consensus. Not everyone agrees the so-called post-war era has even begun, let alone what it should be called. The post-war era is the current era. It has lasted 27 years. The name was chosen in Reeds. The name is subject to change. Post-war era is the 5th and current era, only 27 years in, but often seen as an era of mending after the brutal Coast War. Many suggested it be an era of ideologies, a struggle to determine the next dominant force on the coast. The last box doesn't say anything. That's where you can put whatever you want, or just leave it empty for a null vote. The box next to each party is filled in with a smudge check, including the last empty one. I know what to vote for already. Of course you do. How does it work? After you pick it up at the district office, you need to check the box of one of the 5 parties, then you deliver it on election day to the polling place. In your case, you need to write the name of the party you want in the corner along with the signature, since you filled out every box like an idiot. This is your 1 vote. You should indeed take care of it. That's good to know. There's the Great Mountain of Apples. Ooh, there's a chest. Oh, what's this? Imported goods. The receiver is marked as HWBT. Undead, more like fun dead. Can I take more apples? Alright, the tooth. Can I, like, equip this? Yes, okay. Equipping that lowers my intelligence because I'm an idiot. Do not take this off. Okay, I won't. Earth coins, the official currency minted in Norvik's rib bank. These silver coins are most valuable along the River Torna, as Norvikian River's Reach offers its support in trade and general commerce. What's my HP? I'm at 2 again. Maybe I should eat the apples. Here, I'll eat those 2 apples. And let's see what's in the box. What's in the box? What's in the box? Oh, a treat! And some more crowns. What's in this box? You approach a crate full of sand. Inspect the crate. You notice a little marking with the back letters HBWT. Habwit. The lid has been tossed behind it. Look at the sand. It's filled to the brim. It's just sand. Your gloved hand trails across the surface. The sand shifts slightly at your touch. Uh-oh, is it a mimic? Underlined choices are more risky but might offer more reward. Go deeper. You dive in with your whole hand, fingers first. This one does not. Then you feel a tug, a grip, and finally a pull. Wait, Your shoulder is almost pulled out of its socket. Struggle. You manage to keep it from engulfing most of your arm, but in the process, the sand grabs the front of your helmet. Your face is sinking. I should give up. The sand will be a benevolent master. Fight it. You grab the rim of the crate with both hands, but as your entire adrenaline-filled arms, as you put your entire adrenaline-filled arms to work, you feel energy being sapped from your veins. You are being sucked out of your skin. As you keep pushing, you realize you could get out at this point. However, then you would have to leave the helm behind. Do I really need to keep the helmet on? Yes, you do. Damn it. Okay, so I can either try to escape without losing the helmet or struggle to breathe. Take the helmet off? No, I need the helmet. I'll try to escape without losing my helmet. You grab the rim of the crate in both hands. The hazy noise of a head no longer filled with so much blood screams in your ears. I will not die in this crate. Filled with the pure fires of adrenaline, your muscles creak and your bones crack. And it pays off. Within seconds, the rock-hard grip of the sand loosens, and then it drops entirely. You swing your head back, filling your lungs with air as a trail of sand follows you. Within an instant, the sand snaps back into the crate, not a single grain dropping to the floor. You stumble back. Glancing at the crate, you see its content lies still, like nothing happened. Shake your ears to get rid of the sand in your ears. It helps. Ooh, I got hit points back from that. Carefully put on the lid. You very carefully take a step towards the crate to grab the lid. You place it gently on top. Your job is done here. I've done a great service to the community. God damn it. I almost died before even leaving the fucking hospital. Okay, +1 strength, -1 wisdom for that weapon. But I get the feeling that my cleric is gonna be very much... Well, actually, I've got... Well, -1 wisdom doesn't change my modifier. It's still +1. So yeah, we'll do that. The broken tooth also counteracts the sword. The -wisdom from sword. Alright. Behold, there's a door inside this tunnel. Stairs leading down into the city below. I'm glad the hospital includes the crate that kills you, .tm. Yeah. Chat, which way should I go? The door or the stairs? I'm thinking we go through the door. Can't open it. Oh, never mind. False choice. I go down the stairs. As a cleric, you're very aware of the legendary event known as Divine Intervention. It is said that clerics who've reached strong enough connections with their god may call upon them. Oh. Couldn't read it. The city below. Ooh, mushrooms. Swamp extract. A small fungal spore ball. These can be farmed along the undercoast. They do wonders for your gut. They're probably not mind-altering. Well, let's grab some more mushroom. Taking a step forward, you touch a thin cord. Something soft latches around your ankle. A contraption is now in motion. There's no time. It's a... Huh? I avoid the trap. Okay. What is up with this hospital? They've got the fucking crate that kills you and booby-trapped stairs. You throw your body back, slithering out of the rope before it tightens. The instant you do, watch the rope snap and twirl around the edge of the staircase, disappearing into the darkness below. Close one. It sure was, but it's fine, you made it. Something tells you these are not goblin designed. Keep an eye out for more of these. Oh, that's what the rock is? Can I adopt a pet rat? -1 charisma if you equip the rat. I'm getting mostly minus modifiers. How interesting. You approach the old, firmly shut doors. They appear to not be open. The legendary, horrifying Aud. These are all over any proper dungeon, as it should be. Why are they horrifying? Yeah. In a figurative sense, logistically. Should be? Should be. Legendary? Truly. Dungeon? Have you looked around? Aud. The one and only one-way door. They keep popping up all over the place underneath Norvik. Sometimes upstairs too, but that's rare. So I'll need to find the other side in order to open it. That's the logic here, yes. Alright, we'll have to keep an eye out. Okay. Ooh. Shard of Jor. What's that do? Bright rock, it fits in your hand nicely. These can be found all over Norvak, and some speculate they are shards of Jor's pillar. To the untrained hands, they have no inherent value, but you might use these to alter fate itself. Spend in dialogues to unlock dice checks. Okay. The wall here is a door, because I got a wisdom success. You detect something unusual about this section of wall. Specifically, the ornate skull. This is a doorway. Your fingered gloves trace the stone. Smooth, cold, ordinary. But wait. A title. A tile distinct from the others. You push, soft click, the wall shudders, then slides open. Oh, it's, revealing a dark passage beyond. Cold air rushes out. He means his weapon, not his manhood. This won't be needed in the dead bony place. Alright, let's, Earth's first crypt. Hopefully the fact I killed that zombie isn't gonna, upset the other undead. Oh! A horrid noise in the dark. It's a skeleton. Moving. A mess of rusty iron and clattering bones. Moving towards you. It calls upon you. Okay. I got 19. You got 9. +3 to his initiative. Uh-oh. Incoming undead, it's set on killing you. You must defend yourself and smite this foul abomination. It's too late to run away. You gotta stay loose, or this thing will cut you to pieces. The bones are outside of the body. They must return. Clearly, any type of piercing or slashing damage would be nearly useless against this creature. Blunt force is what you need. Give him a hug. Oh god, these are not... These are high DCs. These are difficult DCs. So 18 punch or dodge. I need 15 for either of these because of the modifier. I have the +3 modifier. Give him a hug we're not doing. I'll punch it. Yes! Success! With a single swing, you line up a perfect strike. The first connects to the thing's skull, cutting off its horrid shriek. The impact sends the skull flying off as the rest of it collapses on the crypt floor. The bones spill to the ground as a pile of dust and scrap metal. No other threats. The skeleton must have been the only guardian. What a great battle. You've performed your duty. This crypt has been cleansed. Oh gods, I almost died. A bang from somewhere far away echoes down the hallway. A shiver down your spine. Then the chamber goes silent once more. The scent of death lingers. Kneel down by the bone pile. Let's see what kind of loot we get. This was a great warrior in his time. You've honored him with one final fight. Do something in between grave robbing and religion. You will have to consider where on the spectrum your actions land. Right. -2 charisma, but +1 intelligence and constitution. Can I equip it, though? Yes, I can. Okay. I will not take my helmet off. Okay. Punching it in the face is highly respectful of this world. What is this? Oh, a mace! -2 strength, though. You reach for the mace. It's cold. Colder than iron permits. The metal feels wrong. As your gloved hand wraps around the handle, a chill runs up your arm. Not just cold. Nothing. It's just an empty crypt. But look at the mace again. You look down at the mace. It's ornate, well-crafted, yet your body seems to fail when you hold it. Something is very wrong with it. Is it cursed? Did I get cursed? No, it's there again. Shit, look out! The figure. In the periphery. Watching. Nothing. Gone. You move to secure it on your back. The presence fades. Damn this. You find this lovely weapon ready to take off the city's foulness, and you simply cannot wield it. The horror, like some unfleshly ghast, come to haunt you. It's too great. Keep it sealed. Keep it close. The spirit watches. I do have it. It would give me extra constitution and wisdom, but lower my strength. Strength is my... Well, constitution's actually my best right now. So we go 17 constitution. Because the Aventail and the Mace of Terror. Look, I'm just not going to be a people person. That's what it's going to be. Bone dust. What's bone dust? A dust from a bone grinder, very fine and faintly sparkling, made out of unicorn horn or whalebone or something. It can be used to recover second level spell slots. Okay. I mean, I don't have any second level spells at the moment. It's the first Tomb of Earth. Crypt of an Archer. Alright, I think that's everything around here. Oh, I can run with WASD. I thought I had to use the mouse. Alright, I can use WASD to run around. And I can just use the mouse to select things. Halt. Halt, human. A hairy beast towers over you, its face contorted into a stern and probably permanent frown. Do not pass further. This is a bugbear. They're the most common in the West, living in the rough lands between the Fornip and the VK. How do you do? She gives you a perplexed look and gestures in several directions. I'm working. Go away. I, Moongor of Rigid and Whipped, demands it. The bugbear places a hand on its weapon. Morningstar, beware. Morningstar? No, that's clearly just a spiked mace. I believe the term is fanged mace. A club. Keep it simple. She will not use it. I could attempt to flirt. I've got no charisma, though. I defeated a skeleton in the crypts. You did? Well, I'm impressed. Less for us to worry about. Impressed enough to let me pass? No. Darn. Yes. Who do you serve? I work for the Halfways. I serve Lady Sageleaf. So I need to ask her permission if I want to pass? She squints and thinks for a few seconds. Yes, if she gives you permission. Ooh, sorry. Yes, if she gives you permission, I will let you pass, but I do not think. She stops mid-sentence. Are you a cleric? I'm the cleric, yes. I heard a cleric was sent because of the explosion. Why are you down here? The dragon is waiting. I don't follow orders even if it's from a dragon. Not a dragon, the dragon. She will eat you whole if you don't hurry there, right now. Head upstairs. The apple tunnel is usually locked, so you will have to leave the Lich House by going all the way out. Lich House, a mortuary, a holding space for dead bodies. During times of undeath, they are known to be heavily guarded. Apple tunnel? Silence! You head up the stairs, okay? After that, you head south. Go across the grass. There should be a goblin standing guard. Listen to her. Right at the garden entrance. Talk to him. Are you able to follow these instructions? Treat her with respect. She's clearly a powerful woman. Yes, ma'am. Then go. Okay, bye. Alright, so I have to go up the stairs. I have to find the goblin. Well, this is just where I started. So they must not mean up these stairs. Wait, maybe I should ask her for directions again. Or no, it's this. This must be where the goblin's guarding. Flirt, flirt. I've got a charisma score of 4. I don't think flirtation's gonna work. Oh, nope. I went the wrong way, but let's look at this. Embedded on this altar, you see a circular stone slab. Whoever has worked on the survey site has attempted to place it in its natural position. Reminds you of a copper calendar, but far, far older. It's not spinning. It's not spun in centuries. Yet moving your hand closer, you sense it, the faintest hum of esoteric power pulsing through the glyphs. It is still keeping time, even with this mechanism cracked. The various glyphs on the surface denote not a language, but rather sigils. Decipher the day. No. It is of no use. It is broken. Oh. You feel it is a useless piece of technology. Yes, it is a useless piece of technology if you feel it is worthy of the term. Well, let's leave it alone then. Failing at flirting could be funny. It could actually. It could. I mean, it looks like I'm probably gonna have to go back. Because I'm not sure I fully understood the instructions. This is a one-way door. Okay. Click. That's not a good click. Bad click, bad click! You feel a pressure change. A rushing wind causes you to be pulled just an inch further into the hallway. Then you notice the wall holes opening up. Back, now! Okay, success, success! You just barely escaped the deep clutches of skin-helting meat. Standing up, you realize the fire singed the edges of your uniform. Adrenaline leaving the system. Pain burns. But you live! Woo! By the gods, who would make such a devious trap? Typical ancient remnant civilizations. They always leave the most esoterically murderous machinery in place, even when the treasure behind it has been lost for millennia. Don't enter the hallway before you disable the trap, or you'll get roasted again. Looking back, the hallway has no marks of being filled with flames. For the same reason it's still functional. It's a magic trap. Terrible, terrible hallway. Alright, can I disable? I cannot. Okay. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Open the one-way hallway. And there's something here? Everything suddenly goes very, very tight. You've been swallowed. Whole. Attempt to speak. Try and open your mouth, you feel sluggish and hard, as if your body is fighting against every inch. Attempt to move. Wriggle is all you got. There's a powerful force, pressure all around you. An overwhelming weight of societal expectation. That too, but also something tangible. What's going on here? You can neither move nor breathe. It's quite possibly terrible. Hold on. Something's off here. Off. I can't move. Is it some kind of trap? Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. It's a gelatinous cube! By Earth that burns. You appear to have been enclosed in a gelatinous cube. Gelatinous cube is a mindless yet dangerous cubic ooze. They are impossible to spot due to their translucent nature and digest anything within their grasp. With a horrendously acidic substance. They are both common within dungeons, used as both guards and cleanup. You are statistically likely to die here and now. No! Not like this, not in this terribly embarrassing way. What kind of idiot just walks into a cube? No one knows you're here. You are alone in the cube. You can escape. You're strong enough, right? A man is alone. Alone you can survive. You will DC 22! You struggle the incredibly hard mass around your limbs, around everything, strain and push. You fight, yet your muscles give out. After reaching just a bit further, the burning continues inside and around. That feeling isn't nice. The one where you're sitting, eyes fixed in the bucket, the sour apples sticking out of the mountain of bad decisions. That sick, sinking feeling in your stomach was not right. But you did it anyway. They told you to. 15. You ate 15. You probably knew it wasn't real, but you did it. And when you walked up to those kids at the bottom of the Pitt Hills Central Lower School with that bucket filled with 15 apple skirt, dwarven swaying for apple core. They laughed, they chanted, evil, little shits. Children of the worst. That's when you got the nickname that stuck around you until your dad died and you left the hills behind. They kept saying it. When you got mad, they said it. When you played along mocking yourself, they said it. Apple boy. And yet you still tried to follow them, to be nice, to be a friend. Apple boy. But eventually they just started running away. Apple boy! Each time you would try to get close, they would laugh and snicker and leave. And so the apple boy was all alone until the day he died. Alone. 'Tis an unfortunate thing, this lonely life. Although many of us carry the burden of talent and oh so much great natural power, when the cold of winter falls, the trail grows ever so rough. But it is the animal of the pack which makes it to spring. A man without a brother is but a set of bones on the road. Now did I get auto-saved? I did get auto-saved, okay. So I can continue. Alright, it auto-saved when I looked at the clock. Ooh, something in the jar. Alright. That seems harsh. I mean, a gelatinous cube is just gonna kill you. So this was the trap before. We're gonna trigger it again. It's a canon event. But let's not get eaten by the gelatinous cube. I need the directions again. Head up the stairs. The apple tunnel is locked, so you have to leave the Lich House by going all the way out. Head up the stairs. After that, go south. Then go across the grass. There should be a goblin standing guard. Okay. I'll flirt for chat's sake. She glares at you. She is indeed disgusted with you. I'll not entertain you with an answer. Now leave. Okay, bye. Alright, so we go up the stairs. Excuse you? What are you? Okay, I can't interact with you. That's fine. So we have to go up the stairs and then south. So I guess it is all the way up all those stairs. You look up at the pillar. The relic rises upwards, endlessly upwards. To think that such an esoteric object was just sit here in the center of the city. Not much else they can do with it. Just a highly magical rock left over from the time before. It's here before Earth and it'll be here after you, remaining until the end. Gate to another time. Can I make money off this thing? No way. They don't even take admission to see it, since it's a trivial sight. It's a bit of a tourist destination, supposedly, but the more people who travel the coast have seen one before. It's not that interesting. There's 8 pillars, technically 4 depending on which scholar you ask. There are debates as to whether there are 8 pillars, 1 in each band, or simply 4 pillars that pierce the circular coast and stick out on the other side. But ours is the best one, right? They're all equally useless. It's a sign of Earth power, so yes, it's the best one. But the fact that no one has managed to make use of them in any way despite their esoteric natures. So the Pillars of Jor are relegated to being visual landmarks seen from across the coast through clouds and mist for miles. Nothing. It's just a rock. Tingly esoteric rock. You can always attempt to focus on it. Learn from this ancient relic. Get closer. As you do, you feel the air itself tingle. Power. He's speaking to you. Touch the pillar. You place your hand on the cold surface. Your body quakes, standing in awe of this ancient object. How many battles do you think it's seen? How many deaths? How many noble sacrifices given one's god or king or people? The thoughts stir in you a deep sense of longing. Perhaps one day you will join that sacred sensation. Perhaps right now. Yo, I'm really feeling it! I'm not really feeling it. Closing your eyes, you begin to focus. Your mind placed squarely on the esoteric force. Your mind forms into an arrow and you fire it forward, but it is repelled. Opening your eyes, your hand is no longer pressed against the cold surface of the pillar. You are instead holding it against your heart, shaking. This is wrong. Yes. Try again later. Whatever is whispering to you from beyond is more powerful than you imagined. Alright, let's go up the stairs. And we need to go south. Well, not there. Hang on, I gotta ban a Twitch spam bot. Oh, we were supposed to go up these stairs. Okay. Good morning, cleric. The pale man sits hunched over a stack of forms, busy at work, his pencil slowly filling out line after line. On the top paper, you see an icon of the serpentine drake. A great perch. These are official documents of the city. Great perch, the drake-like sea creature found among the River Torna. Earth was known to tame these creatures, and eventually, the great perch became the symbol of this great city. That is the great perch of Norvik. Up and about, are we? Wonderful. Death. This is death. I am Viskin, local entrepreneur and proprietor of this lich house. It appears you don't really belong here. But if there's anything I can do, cleric, let me know. He smiles at you. Yet his eyes say something else. You love him! I love you. I'm sorry? He lifts his head, giving you a stale expression. I serve Lord Viskin. The pale man smooths out his robe, not even looking at you. He's used to being served like this. Interesting. No, get up. Yes, sir. You have others to serve, not me. Did you save my life? He puts down his pen. Your life is your own. You owe me nothing. However, I'm afraid to say you've been through quite the turmoil, cleric. I died, didn't I? Those fishermen who brought you in here certainly thought so. Eyes of the working men do not deceive. Not that I blame them. You weren't exactly in prime condition. You never are. River take ye added. They caught you in their net, believe it or not. Such a strange tale. Keep asking questions. He loves the sound of your voice. Where can I find these fishermen? I did not ask for the names, I'm sorry to say. But perhaps Waterlane? That's just a guess. Either that or local tavern. I hope you find them. How did I end up in a river? Not a river, the river. I'm afraid I don't have much to tell. Perhaps you fell off one of the bridges to Tolstad? There's 7 bridges over the River Torna connecting Tolstad to the rest of the city. I would never fall. It must have been an assassination attempt. I must have slipped. It happens all the time. All the time. I can confirm. 5 cases this year alone. So I am in fact alive. The pale man stops for a moment. He looks you up and down. Yes, I believe you are. Alive, once dead. I have some other questions, I think. Figure out what's weird about this guy. 31 DC. I can't do that right now. So I'll do that check later. There's a zombie in your basement. Oh, how quaint. No, an undead abomination right below. I understand. We're closely connected with the city below. The undead seemingly wander as they please. However, I will take it upon this with Lady Sageleaf. I will pay good crowns for whipped protection. Oh good, so it's all a misunderstanding then. No, I don't actually believe you. I defeated the zombie. I noticed the zombie had a fancy magical tooth. I kept moving apples down there. You don't seem very alarmed about this. A stray undead creature will cause no trouble here. He gives you a rare smile and turns to the kobold by the stairs. Isn't that right, Ost? Yes, master. I noticed he had a magical tooth. It did? How strange. The pale man gives you a sideways glance. Did you notice this tooth? How did you notice this tooth? It was shiny. I like shiny. Yes, of course. And it was easy to pluck out once the beast had been slain. Of course. Well, I hope you make good use of it. Magical items, even minor ones, can be quite handy. Do zombies often have magical teeth? I don't mingle with the undead often. but my gut is telling me no. No, they do not. Do you think that it's cursed or anything? Should I put it in my mouth? You see the type of panic a parent gets when their child is about to eat shards of glass? No. As a former dentist, I recommend you do not. Show him the tooth. It has these strange esoteric marks on it. Do you know what they mean? He glances at the yellow trinket in your hand. Those are the glyphs of Nimmenberg. Nimmenberg, a legendary arcanist who built the Undying Legions during the Coast War, often called the father of modern necromancy in its many practical educations. What game is this? This is Esoteric Ebb. It's basically Disco Elysium meets Dungeons and Dragons. There's a link to the Steam page below if you're interested. And it has a demo. The demo is the first of 5 days. And then the full game is like $20. Necromancy. Although in your hands, it's no more than a common esoteric trinket, I assure you. Nod. Well, I defeated the zombie, no need to worry. You! Anger. Well done, cleric. What would we ever do without you? I don't believe you. You're a criminal harboring zombie workers. You need to be punished. The zombie is clearly working for you. That's illegal. You're doing something weird here. I don't like it one bit. I'm gonna be immediately aggressive. You're a criminal. Oh, shit! Your words cause silence to fill the chamber. You feel the tension, every vein pulsating. The kobold to your left is now aiming the crossbow at your heart. No, you've got it all wrong. I don't think I can take this guy. I greatly apologize for putting you in this situation. It is my neglect that led to this undead creature entering the tower. I will make sure to tighten up security in the future. Ost, we do a clean sweep of the basement this evening. Get ready. The kobold gives a screeched, yes, master. I will also make sure to report this to both the whipped and the militia. I'm trying to say you need to pay for you're clearly doing something shady here, so. Of course, I'll be sure to ask for a thorough inspection by the PCG. The pale man is twisting the entire situation. Smart. If there's anything unbecoming about my business here, it shall be uncovered and unveiled. Holy shit, he just keeps going. Thank you very much for your service, cleric. It is because of great men like you that the city still stands. I'll be sure to have a good word with your patriarch. I'm sure a good word with your patriarch will assure a promotion of some kind as well. Especially with this great work you're doing on top of the tea shop this... You know, maybe you're right. I'm probably just confused. Very understandable, cleric. No need to apologize. Before you go, make sure to collect all your belongings. He gives you a quick inspection with his dead eyes. Too quick. Like he's trying not to show his interest. It's weird. What belongings? Quite a lot. Your uniform, your cloak, and also a voting card. It's been a peculiar voting card. Every party had been marked on yours. I'm assuming it's yours. Sorry, I'm indecisive. The pale man ignores your comment. I asked Ost to lay the surviving pages of spellbook to dry over there. He looks at the pocket watch on his desk. That is an esoteric pocket watch. You may have it, cleric. It will surely prove useful to you. Esoteric pocket. An area overtaken by esoteric magic. Exceedingly rare amongst the coast. The further inland you get, the more common they are, with the infinite waste being theorized to be filled with nothing but. Inland, a term for travel towards the endless waste away from the coast. Beyond that, you should be good. Did I have any weapons on me? None, I'm afraid. They must be at the bottom of the River Torno. Good, you do not need arms in the city. You need heart. Well, I'm off to quest a bit. Pale man turns his face towards you and smiles. Unnatural. If only every government employee were as devoted as you, cleric. He gives you a stern expression. Good luck on your quest. His words burn a hole in your heart. When exploring the city, you may move faster by running. Use shift or the left trigger. Time to go. Human no cause trouble. Wiggling his clawed feet, the kobold follows your every move with cold, unflinching eyes. I have some questions for you.
Short question, go.
Where were you when the tea shop incident occurred?
Incident? Tea shop blow up. Boom.
Big boom?
Big boom. When it happened, I on water lane, on mission.
Mission?
Not mission, I mean say errand.
What were you doing on Waterland?
Milk.
Doing milk?
Deliver.
You deliver milk?
Yes, side hustle.
Kobolds don't even drink milk. I want to know more. Ask questions about the milk. The kobold stares at you. This milk situation is intense. Who buys the milk?
Humans. Waterland humans. They pay many for fresh milk before dawn.
Side hustles are always smart. You should do a milk run later.
It pays.
Where's the milk come from?
Cows.
And where do you get the cow milk?
Market.
Can I have some milk?
No. A valiant effort.
I don't have anything else to ask about milk.
Okay.
Thank you. You should totally find out more about this. Could be a big money maker. We did just get the milk quest. Crown collection, coin capture, cash kidnapping. There are many ways to describe it. Get rich or die trying. The only way to do it is obviously get the milk delivery gig. Try checking around Waterlang in the morning. Milk Curiosity killed the milk cat. He's not doing a very good job as head of security. Is this my spell book? Ruined prayer book, -3 intelligence. The book is ruined. Most of the pages, while dry now, have been completely drenched in salt water. It's absolutely and completely ruined. Only a few pages of the soggy Bresh and his papyrus pages are readable. They appear to contain some type of undecipherable symbols. Ascani writing, of the most basic kind. Wait, oh no. Someone has attempted to dry this to the best of their ability. No, no, no! By Earth. This was your prayer book. So many hours wasted. You would have to rebind the whole thing. It's ruined. That cost a fortune. A chant book is able to sustain humidity, not underwater excursions. You should have protected Earth's chants more carefully. What a disgrace. Take the ruined prayer book. You flip the tome open. There are fine handwritten letters scattered across the pages. You can read these symbols, but they are in Old Draconic Demorian. Demorian is the common language of man, spread across the coast during the Arcane Era to become the lingua dominans in trade and politics. De verbis draconum, ars occulta. The author's name appears to be Callum Diminori. Diminor. Anyone who uses this term for anything modern is either an anti-freestrider or lives under a rock. Can I try to read it? No. You have no idea what this means. I need to get my hand on comprehend languages. You do. It's highly annoying that you seem to have lost your memorization. Find a spell scroll. Maybe you could buy it somewhere. It's fairly common. Alright. Grab some incense. Stone slabs decide slide around the iron beams. Interesting. Jor left his mark across the bands. Today it is a universal sign of magic. The red eye of Earth. Just a little casual grave robbing. Alright, let's head upstairs. Voices upstairs and the smell of salt. Am I not able to talk to you? I can talk to you. Okay. Around the amphitheater scene, you see a number of dwarves hard at work. They're constructing a banner of some kind, carrying a bright green flag. The banner of Asgal, the Fool. One of the dwarves stands to face you with a furrowed brow. He appears to be in a staring contest with the orc on the other side of the theater.
Oi, Mr. Seaman! We made it clear already we're not moving not one bit.
He shoots you a shit-eating grin. This dwarf gets extreme pleasure from telling you to fuck off like this. That's no way to greet the cleric of Norvik just passing through. What's going on here?
Just working. The boys will be done soon enough.
You hear the other dwarves laughing behind him.
Nothing illegal going on here.
Nothing at all. He's only saying that because he had to defend himself quite a lot lately. Great, I was worried for a second.
Yeah, okay, great.
That was a joke. You're clearly doing something illegal.
Yeah,
of course, figured as much. Prove it then. Others have tried, none have succeeded. They're both guilty and innocent, just like you. One of the other older dwarves spits on the ground next to him.
You don't know who you're talking to, child.
This is Alphaz of the Bran Envers, a foreman in the Agast movement of Norvik. Foreman, one of the leading council members of Norvik Asgal Council. Norvik Asgal Council, sometimes called NAC, this is the group of foremen or forefolk guiding Asgal movement in Norvik. They lead workers' union movements, Asgal rallies, and the entire Asgalis Workers' Party. He's done more good than all of you Urgar combined. A true speaker for Asgal. You're a celebrity.
Simi exaggerates.
He gives the older dwarf the stink eye. I'm also not in any way proud of my heritage. Nobility is just a poisonous hierarchy. Typical talking points. He grins. Just wanted to make that clear. You setting up a play or something?
A play?
We're holding a rally for the cause. This evening, workers across Tolstad will gather to hear the word of Asgal. He turns towards the orc. And no one's gonna stop it! You hear laughing coming from across the theater. Perhaps, Alphaz. He grumbles and turns his back to you. So what do you want? That orc lady is annoying. That's putting it mildly. So, it is forenoon. I get the lads together, and when we arrive, that accursed woman is standing here. The dwarf shudders. She starts complaining. He reaches out for something in his pocket, takes out some documents. We show her the papers, and the papers are no good, she says. Bah! Circle square conflict added. The real convenient, I say. No, there's nothing wrong with these papers. We are in our rights to speak out against the tyrants and burghers. Burghers, bourgeois, the craftsmen, merchants, and notably higher standing citizens in comparison to those of rural roots. They are bureaucracy. Check the papers. Surely the dwarves have screwed up somewhere. So she's wrong about the documents? Yeah! Of course she is. She's a liar and a filthy one. Azalf nods and grunts. He knows she's right about the documents, but he doesn't want to admit it. Can I see the papers? He gives his companions a glance. Why? Construct your argument as to why you should see the papers. No! I failed! This idiot won't listen to reason. He's beneath you. Just say anything. Come on, I just want to screw you guys over. I want to help. You think I trust the city? Fuck, go away. I want to so much. You excuse me, what? So much. The dwarf looks at you with a disturbed depression. Never mind. He just glares at you. Good luck fighting tyrants. Thank you, Mr. Cityman. I appreciate it. Alright, have fun. So all of these are just gonna be negatives, right? Can I give him the rat? No, I can't. Oh, if I behold him, all of his stuff's in Dwarven. I don't know enough about him. Okay. The orc observes you with great interest. Let's talk to the orc. Maybe I can help with her. On the edge of the ruinous amphitheater, you see the orc sitting on one of the many loosened stone blocks. It looks like she's waiting for something or someone. Exuding an air of authority around her, the large woman gives you a wry smile. Her tusks are gleaming. You spot the merchant's mark on her jacket sleeve. A heart with the initials of the Norvakian Freestrider Regiment. What's this? Not often we get Earthguard around here. She presents her palm to you. Vera is my name. I'm second in command guild agent of Tolstad. Nice to meet you.
Make sure she knows you are a cleric.
Take her hand. She would love that. I'm the cleric, actually. Apologies. Not Earthguard. Cleric. I assumed the term was interchangeable. You'll need a little further into being a cleric. Gained 10 XP for choosing a class 2 times. Okay, so this is sort of like a path, I guess. Kind of like the politics that they have in Disco Elysium. But I suppose you're not all esoterically attuned. Not all Earthguard are spellcasters. Not all clerics are Earthguard, but all clerics are spellcasters. She accepts your annoying correction with a smile. She shoots you another smile, waiting patiently for you to say anything. What's the deal with the dwarves? Oh, them? Complicated as anything. I wouldn't be sitting here wasting my precious day if it wasn't for them. But in short, they're holding an unlawful assembly, and they won't let me take a look at the document proving it. Not frustrating at all. I spoke with Alzoff. Oh, did you now? Both of these sides are useless in ignorance. Well, he wouldn't let me see the papers, so fuck him. Dwarves need to go. Agreed. If you really want to do me a great favor, then you may drive them away yourself. I'll do it if there's a reward. Greedy, are we? Good. Yes, if you manage to solve this puzzle for me, I'll make sure you get a payout. Under the table, of course. I'm here about important business. Business, you say? Fascinating. Perhaps I can be of service, cleric? For your business? Where's the goblin chieftain? Lady Sageleaf, just head down these stairs. Good luck getting audience, though. By moving your head to the side and using your eyes to look south, you see a garden of some sort. You can see a goblin or two on the ramparts. Is she busy? I sure hope so. Took us a month to get in a room with her to discuss some renovations of the holes. If she's not busy, she's a bitch. Dragon of Tulset, my ass. If she catches herself from releasing any more profane comments. Anything else? She looks annoyed now. Tell me you know about the tea shop. The tea shop that blew up, she said dramatically. Sounds like a magazine tale. Magazine, a periodical publication generally containing short stories, adverts, investigative journalism, and or erotica. I heard it was an accident. The Post mentioned in passing. Minor mishap, I believe was the official quote. Although, from what people tell me, it was quite the explosion. Anything else you know? No, I'm afraid not. I was away at the time of the explosion, on the north wall. She looks inland. I did see smoke. It was a clear day. What do you think was the cause, cleric? Maybe it was the tea leaves? I believe there's spellcasting involved. Could very well be the case. Hold on, are you here to investigate the tea shop? She's a free strider, so why run?
Stand against her. She has no right.
No. But actually, she says, holding out her hands. Maybe. Is that maybe a yes? Nice weather we're having. Are you here for the tea shop? You look lovely today. I'm here to do business. With the tea shop, the one that blew up.
A master of speechcraft. You can do nothing.
I could try to sneak away. Failure. Quick, sneak away before she can do anything about it. You glance at your back, carefully preparing to take the first step away from the conversation. No, don't stop! Come back. Please answer my question before you leave. The orc gives you a kind of look that they would give a child after eating gravel. Let me ask again. Her tone gets slightly more tense. Are you investigating the tea shop? Yes, damn it. Interesting. I'll be honest, I assumed the city would just ignore it, but they sent you.
Perhaps it was a secret. Should we have stoically avoided the question better?
It's sort of a giveaway. Someone clearly thinks this is an esoteric mess if they sent a cleric to look at it. Why would the city avoid sending a representative?
Duh, because of the
election, of course. Look, Tolstad is a highly volatile district with lots of extremist ties. I believe this tea shop acted as a sort of lightning rod. So, when a place like that blows up, why would any faction spend resources investigating it? especially when those resources could be spent on trying to win the terribly important election.
Sound reasoning.
And while some might see it as corruption, I'd classify it more as simple, boring, but ultimately harmless bureaucracy. What exactly have you heard? It blew up. Fireplace incident. Bullshit, of course. Most likely a rogue spellcaster. You sure are. Good luck, cleric. If there's anything the Ascani Reed's trading company can help you out, let me know. You can usually find me down in our HQ water lane. She smiles in a way that breaks down your defenses. Looking forward to seeing you there. A kind gesture with ill intent. I'm done discussing business. Alright, let's go talk to this dragon. Braxel Pencilwing. You raise your head towards the sky. Above you sits the tiny red creature. His wings flutter faintly in the wind.
The fiend throws a quick glance your way. He's annoyed.
An evil creature, beware. Braxel Pencilwings, staring at a piece of paper. He does not acknowledge your presence. Hey, little guy, why aren't you on my shoulder? What you reading? A sigh escapes the fiend's maw. He slowly puts down the paper. The paper is actually torn out page from a magazine. I like the funny pictures. I don't read much unless it's political. At least you're reading something. He's mocking him. Wait, he says, getting a good look at you. Youth guard, a cleric. Hell's you doing here? That reaction. Your presence is uncommon.
You can go wherever you want. Fuck off.
None of your business. Agreed. Not often I see you guys around here is all. I, for one, am very happy for your presence. This place has gone downhill since the city let the goblins and freestriders running amok. We need some damn order in this place.
Wise words.
So, you know any legal advice? Just let me know. He gives you a tiny, sharp smirk. Be aware of the fact that he's literally a devil. Devil, lawful evil fiend. They're lawyers, soul traders, and either the most efficient type of trade leaders or the worst type of middle managers. Their numbers are dwindling as of late, but in Blood City Bay, they still rule supreme. Blood City Bay is the most populated city on the coast, built upon the corpse of a Gorgon and Gorgorian the Great and Terrible, a sprawling mess of wooden walkways and buildings carved out of calcified remains. Once famous for its fleet of airships deployed during the Coast War, known as the origin of the Industrial Revolution. And while Thazan has overtaken it as the leader of manufacturing, it stands alone as one of the most industrious city-states. The Industrial Revolution is a period of rapid technological, esoteric, and social change that began in Old Dominor between 270 and 340 AE. It marked a shift from agrarian magic-based handcraft economies to industrialized mechanized production. This transformation revolutionized manufacturing, transportation, and urban life, laying the foundation for a modern industrial world.
A good little devil.
Did you hear about the tea shop? Yeah, of course. Pretty hard to miss when flying past Tolstad. What's your take? It blew up. Not sure what else you want to hear. Why do you think it blew up? Honestly, haven't seen a blast zone like that since the Coast War. And you didn't hear this from me, but the little fellow trusts you. He's your friend. The scorch sparks look like those from a fireball, but not the kind you get from a trigger-happy pit fiend. We're talking high-level wizard stuff here. Fireball is a third-level evocation spell. Causes fire to emerge at a given point, spreading within a 20-foot radius, filling up available space. Pit fiends are known to cast third-level fireballs at will. Be careful, cleric. Powerful forces are at work here. Thinking about it for a few more seconds makes it clear to me there's all a big cover-up. Wouldn't be the first time a city-trained spellcaster goes off a little off the hinge.
Slander! The city does not train people to explode.
Other than that, not to be self-incriminating or anything, but could be a fiend? Or an elemental, I mean, Waterlane has shipments from Karmagish every other month. Maybe a fire elemental slipped through. Who knows? Evil elementals on loose. That'd be a story, right? But I suggest having a chat with the owner of the tea shop. Who knows what feathers were ruffled, eh? He gives you an ominous chuckle. Citizen? Oh, hello, Valentine. Is this another prayer area? I can't talk to this sleeping goblin. Oh. You're here, but I can't do anything on you either. Mysterious pipe. You look down at the pipe. Crawl inside now. I'm okay. You get down on your knees in the dirt and put your helmeted face into the entrance of the pipe. You can't seem to get any further without immense force. You can do that. Just press harder. Enter the hole. The diameter of the pipe is not wide enough to support your body, even with no armor and or added friction lowering substances. This feels like a bad idea. I'll give up. Smart move, albeit a bit late. The hole is made for you, and yet you do not fit. Strange. You should solve all of the mysteries. It should solve all of the mysteries. Oh well. I'm not going to crawl inside. Your gut tells you otherwise. I think my gut is, I think my gut's bad. Overgrown, ancient, sort of interesting. Ooh, a cat. On the ledge overlooking the garden, you spot a black cat. Calm as can be, it doesn't even care if you stomp up next to it. Hello, I'm from the local government. The black cat lifts its head up. Its dark eyes squint at you for a second, sniffs in the air, and then ignores you once again. It knows more than it lets on. Wisdom comes from knowing when to act and when not to. If you wish to hold a proper conversation with this magnificent creature, you need to find the first level spell, Speak with Animals. It's a first level divination spell. Gains you the ability to comprehend and verbally communicate with beasts. These conversations can be surprisingly insightful. Pet the cat! You reach towards the cat's head. It meets your palm and nuzzles up against it. What a sense of divine validation. Such independence and arrogance. You should get a cat. Good pet. It appears to have enjoyed the pet. What are you voting for in the election? The cat stares at some seagulls flying high above. Cutthroat, sharp eyes on the prize. Free strider, no doubt. A noble creature protecting its home. He's a true nationalist. A bestia force ready to spread Asgazism, of course. Enjoy your day, citizen. I don't care who the IRS sends. I'm not paying taxes. The crate that kills you taught you nothing. I did not learn my lesson from the crate that kills you. That's true. I have to wait to get inside until 1800. Oh, graffiti. Hey, it's okay. You're okay. I got you. I know. But I can't have you fighting her. Goblin artwork. A green face is splattered across the facade, staring warmly towards a flaming sky and the dragon spread across it, or something like that. You take a step forward. The painted stone surface is smooth. This is no cheap dwarven rock. This is Gate Era architecture, disguised amongst the rest. The Gate Era is the first of the 5 eras. When Jor crafted this realm and the war gods fought to bring order, that was the Gate War. The Gate War is a legendary conflict between the beasts of Jor, the original gods, and the many others who tried to take over Jor towards the end of the Gate Era. We have little information about this conflict, but it is known to lead into the closing of the gates that began the Fade Era. The Fade Era is the second of the 5 eras, when the Jor were silent and the ancient terrors were slowly replaced by those in charge today. It is when humans first arrived, for example. Truly ancient. You feel an esoteric urge to communicate with this object. Tell me your secrets. No! I failed to talk to the wall. Your focus faltered. There's nothing to answer you. But something is there beyond the Silent Heart Stone. Try again tomorrow. What does this tell me about the state of Norvik? Nothing really. All folks seek a belief. They simply have made one out of the supposed dragon lady. Coherent thought from the red one? Impressive. They should worship Earth instead. There we go, back to insanity. And leave the art alone. Cat maxing. The Goblin Garden is ahead. You feel it. Ah, here's the Goblin Garden. You find a goblin standing at the tip of Tolstad. Behind him, a vast view of the mouth of the River Torna.
Let me guess. You're the cleric?
Taking you for granted, this goblin needs to learn humanity. Yes, I am the cleric, that's me. He nods, looking tired and annoyed. The path of becoming the cleric is becoming even more familiar. Gain 15 XP for choosing this class 3 times.
I'm Snell, runner and handler of Hit. The old lady's been waiting for you.
This old lady must be his chieftain, the matriarch of the tribe. Greet the goblin kindly. This is the beginning of a cultural cooperation and exchange. Right, time to mingle with lesser cultures. One of these goblin salutes would be perfect here. Fucking cultural appropriation. Hello, goblin.
Nope.
Snell gestures for you to get up.
Stop. No squatting. That's not how you do it.
Stop squatting.
Thank you. The Halfway Bridge Tribe.
He seems surprised to have to explain this to you. I'm from the local government. I know. We don't get Earthguard here often, especially clerics. Right, you were expecting me.
Sure was. Still are, so.
The goblin looks around, clearly struggling to find the right words.
Okay, right. Head down the garden throne, but,
He waves his claw towards you.
What's all this? You look like a human shit.
He's making a playful jab. Don't worry about it.
The gall.
You should teach him a lesson. I died and was reborn.
Now that's a good excuse.
He laughs and motions down the stairs.
Just dust yourself off. The dragon's waiting, and trust me, you don't want to disappoint her.
Tell me more about this lady.
Sure. For starters, she's the most powerful woman in Norvik. And considering there was an explosion yesterday right in the middle of her territory, I think it's about time you do your damn job, cleric.
I'm not afraid of her.
Famous last words.
Alright, lead me to her.
Good. But just to make it perfectly clear, there's some ground rules. Don't say anything stupid. Don't climb the trees. Stay away from the edges and, enjoy the garden, cleric.
The goblin scurries down the stairs. He seems to be in a hurry. He's nervous. That makes you nervous. Your body trembles. You look over the river. The cold Asanki wind sweeps through the cracks of your helmet. Earth be blessed. He's always with you. Nature seeps through the cracks. These railings follow the Safety Council standards of 22. There's those lights again. Your stomach twists. Beware of her illusion. Is this the dragon? You approach him below a sprawling tree. The well-dressed goblin stands proud beside his master.
Go ahead, cleric.
With a proud smirk, he motions towards the wooden throne. Much of his personhood hinges on the fact upon that throne and his owner, and its owner. You should stand before the throne and address the court. Okay. You approach the throne. The sprites flitter, their glow illuminate. Oh, those are sprites! Their glow illuminating the trunk of the great tree. Its roots are reaching far below, its branches holding up the dirt ceiling above. On the throne sits a tiny goblin, her smirk as bright as it is threatening. Her eyes follow you with intensity. Reminds you of a certain pale man. So this is the dragon. Yes, I can see it. Her glare is magnificent. Cleric of Norvik, of Earth and River. Her shrill voice echoes throughout the chamber. She's talking to you. You're the cleric. I was assured by your masters, the top brass of the palace itself. Her words are tainted in disdain. Her voice causes you to shiver. They told me a cleric of the highest standing would arrive within the hour. So tell me, human. You should run. No, wait, you can't. But you should. Dominion, she has control here. Why am I sitting here waiting? An immense presence. You have no power here. Every word you say here could have profound impact on the rest of this quest of yours. I failed like every fucking check, it looks like. Alright, my masters are idiots. I'll apologize. My apologies, lady. Whatever. She does not feel like mauling you now. Hers is a frightful presence. You can't take this much longer. You need to get out of here. Do not become frightened. Okay, we succeed, we succeed! You brace your entire being as you meet her glare. With trembling innards, you resist. She lifts her chin. You stand. Good. She's not impressed, just happy you did not completely lose your mind. The dragon leans on her armchair, letting out an exhausted groan. It is vexing to watch my streets descend so far. Are you even aware, cleric? A local business caught up in the inferno. In the middle of the day, right on the pillar road. My road. She roars and you stand your ground. And yet, Magistrate Darrow, he alone believes the Halfway Bridge tribe does not have any jurisdiction over this particular location. She appears to have been stewing over this annoyance for some time. Her anger is pure and intense. She's trying to reel it in. Why does Darrow say that? Because he's a fool born of nepotism and alcohol. Horrific slander. The magistrate speaks for the city. She claps her hands together. See, this is what I've been dealing with. Blind faith in a failing system. She lets out a frustrated groan. Where is the tea shop located? It is, or was, rented out of a corner of the central fort, just above the holes next to the pillar. She snaps her fingers towards the goblin to her right. Huh? That means it's a part of the core foundation of the island fortress. Therefore, that property is legally an underground rental unit, he says, bowing his head. Lady. My people have been entering that damn crow's contract for years. But no, suddenly when the entire unit goes up in flames, that's when my people no longer have the right to enter the premises, to deal with it, to clean up even. No, suddenly it's the city's business, and we should keep our noses out of it. Corruption, plain and simple. Do not slander the great city of Norvik, goblin. Oh, I apologize. I didn't realize you were completely delusional. She's angry at you. And don't get me started on the actual effect this had on my people. Snell, she says and beckons towards the calmly goblin. He approaches the roots and takes a bow. Lady Sageleaf. Then he turns to you. The magistrate says it was an accident involving a fireplace failure, and yet they've yet to send anyone in to actually investigate the scene. You want to check it out yourselves? Of course. The lady glances at him, to which he responds by making a nervous face. He's embarrassed. The explosion occurred on the 21st of March, just past noon. 3 minor injuries were reported in the area. Luckily, foot traffic was low at the time of the incident, so despite a massive kaboom, no dead folks. Thank the gods. The gods? I wonder. Who were the injured? We only managed to get one name in the chaos. A certain Frank, son of Frank, was said to have walked away with lesser burns. That's the sort of prefix used by Earthfolk. A human, most likely. He was apparently dressed in a fancy yellow outfit, whatever that means. Beyond that, we have some conflicting accounts. One person said, quote, he looked like one of them dungeoneers you hear, a real adventuring man, end quote. Another said he was looking to get out of trouble, heading right down the stairs to Waterlane. Dungeon or Waterlane? Both sound like trouble. Frank, son of Frank. Yeah. That's a fake name. Uh-huh. The Dungeoneer? If you believe it, that comment was made from one of the militia members. Could
would be smart to check the city below just in case, despite the dangers.
Down to Water Lane.
Yeah, seems like they was heading down that direction. Though down could mean a number of things, Waterlane included.
Fancy yellow outfit.
I'm assuming some type of reticent fashion.
Was he inside at the time?
I doubt it, considering the state of the building.
Why was he there?
We don't know.
He's annoyed to have to answer the question. And where is he now?
We don't know!
You don't know anything. The goblin does not respond.
Although one of the militia members mentioned him just calmly walking away down the stairs. Maybe down to the crossing or somewhere else? We don't know.
Anything else you know? Snell gives a nervous look.
We have theories, but we need proof.
The lady raises her claw.
The unveiling has begun, cleric.
Secrets in the ashes.
Corruption, madness, politics.
Rambling fools. Bureaucracy wears her down.
This is clearly the work of a rogue spellcaster, someone who cannot go unpunished.
A spell would indeed be the only logical answer for such destruction. A rogue spellcaster, isn't there an anti-mask task we can call for?
Why, yes, there is.
She points with a sharp finger.
You!
The Arcana of Clerics of Kurthgard, one of the few authorized spellcaster groups in the city, often used as a task force in esoteric events, accidents, and magical assaults. The lady clears her throat aggressively.
I declare a joint venture. The Halfway Bridge tribe shall investigate the tea shop on Pillar Road and bring justice to those who seek to harm the peace. This Earthguard city cleric shall follow along. No creature, foul or fair, shall escape my rage. Not even you, cleric.
Her words sweep out from her maw, burning the air. Her rage focused almost entirely on you. Well done, you pissed her off. For what gain exactly? This goblin needs to be taken down a peg. She does not rule the city. And you do? No, but I serve. Every goblin in the chamber looks upon Lady Sageleaf in awe. She is theirs to serve. The dragon has spoken. You need to stand up. For yourself. This is my investigation.
Yours? You've done nothing but fail since the moment you arrived on Tolstad.
Oh, fuck! Oh, I got exhausted. Now I have a max HP of 9 now.
No, cleric, this is our investigation. You are simply invited.
Ouch. Damn this goblin. Hit her back. This city allows you here, goblin. Do not forget that. The dragon glares at you, her claws gripping the wooden throne. At least you've got a backbone. Ooh! Oh, I healed up! From standing up to her, but I still have the exhaustion, so my max HP is still 9. You feel a revigorated sense of manliness.
Use that, cleric. Use it to complete this before the election. Prove me wrong. Snell, she says, waving towards him.
Yes, Lady Sageleaf.
You're the handler of this case. You've worked on it since the explosion. You know more than anyone. I want you to represent the tribe in this venture.
His face lights up.
A goblin and a cleric. Together you will have access to both Upper and Lower Tolstad.
His expression is that of shock. He did not expect this.
Do not disappoint me, Snell.
It appears you've received a party member on your divine mission. Sad it had to be the damn goblin. I've always wanted a goblin of my own. Snell ignores you. The goblin takes a deep bow. Yes, Lady Sageleaf, your will be done. The evil forces at work will be vanquished. Huzzah! Miska Sageleaf looks at you the way one observes kitchen mold.
This guy? He's the one? Just keep him in line. First priority is the tea shop. We need to gain access.
Your new goblin companion gives you a quick wave.
Let's go, cleric.
Snell has joined as a companion. You can speak with him if you need help finding a way across Tolstad. For as much as she told you, there's a danger you're missing here. The lady is keeping information from you. You should investigate the tea shop thoroughly. How do we get access to the tea shop?
Talk to your boss, Darrow.
Or, I guess he's not your direct boss or whatever. You'll need to get an audience with him if you want to get inside the tea shop. We should look for the witness. Yeah, Frank dressed in yellow. He winces. Either over on Water Lane or down in the city below. Yeah, the port of the dungeon. I'd suggest the port since it's generally less life-threatening. Generally speaking. Let's go. Neat! Alright, so now we have Snell. We wanted to go to the port anyway for the milk quest. Ooh, books. And ingredients. Just steal some shit. Okay. The Sacred River fights against the Red Rocks. Ooh! Snell's smaller than me. Maybe he can fit in the tube. You look down the pipe. Hey, Snell, check it out for me.
Eh?
Check what out exactly? The hole. Go inside.
You seriously think that I... You do that yourself. I'll help kick you if you get stuck.
Come on, Snell. It's the only way we'll ever solve this mystery.
No! Both to me crawling in that ship pipe and that it would somehow solve the mystery I rejected.
Fine, I'll do it myself. You're gonna be such a little craven about it. You can help kick me. Snell, does it look like I'm getting anywhere?
Yeah, just keep going. It'll be great.
He's enjoying himself greatly at your expense. Push forward. You press your entire body towards the entrance of the pipe. Wiggle your shoulders together. Wiggle your what? Yes, yes! You press your entire body towards the entrance of the pipe. Make a squealing noise, that'll help. The screech echoes into the pipe, surely scaring any dangerous creatures in the darkness. Roar, roar into the darkness. You get the feeling the goblin is nervously looking around so as not to make himself seem like a pervert for continuing to stand behind you. Don't keep this going, you'll hurt yourself. Shut up, intelligence. I'll make a final push. Oh no. As you press hard as you can, you hear something snapping. Then the pain follows. That something was your back snapping. Great job. It's time to end this. Well, it's down to DC 13 now. Let's squirm. Suddenly the pipe gives. You hit a flowing rush of ice-cold water as it funnels you forward, and then everything's cold and strangely familiar. Your drenched uniform clings to your flesh at the red rock of Tolstad. You are alive. You realize where you are, or at the very least an approximation. You are right below the entrance to the Goblin Garden. The Goblin Garden is a dwarven-built citadel sitting on the southernmost tip of the Tolstad. It's now a goblin sanctuary and a greenhouse. You're lucky. If you'd gotten swept out to sea, you'd be, well, dead for one. Like, completely D-I-P-E-D. I need to get out of here. Well, we get a shard. Only way up. Shit. Yes, you must. It's highly dangerous, but it seems to be the only way. If only you remembered how to cast Spider Climb. It's a second-level transmission spell. Allows the target to move across vertical surfaces with ease and speed, turning them sticky and powerful. You see the silhouette of the goblin up the ledge.
Hey! Jesus, you went all the way over there, huh?
How could you let me end up like this, Snell?
I'm sorry, Cleric. I should have thrown myself into the sea instead.
It'd be much better. I'm glad to see we're in agreement. You can hear his groan even all the way down here.
Just get up here.
Okay, I have advantage because Snell's helping me. Yeah, there we go. Steering yourself and your manly soul, you grip the wet rock, your right hand, then your left. One step at a time, you slowly pull yourself upwards, focus strengthened, with absolute confidence.
Come on, reach! Just a bit more.
The final push, you make it.
Now, please don't do that again, okay?
That was close. Slippery rocks, huh? For once, those burly muscles actually helped. For once. These muscles are a representation of everything you stand for, including slippery wall climbing. Be proud. Okay. Well, Snell, what do you think of our adventure? Let's go upstairs. We gotta go to the river area. Well, I want to go to the river area at least. Something just poofed over here. The kiosk. Take a treat from the trash. No, do not. It's okay, it suits you better. Rationalize eating trash. It's done, you're too late. Hold up your prize and smile. Was it in the trash? It was above the rim. Oh yeah, you're sure about that, sport? Of course, I promise. And you weren't just diving with your entire arm in the trash bin? It was hovering like an angel. Truly a miracle. Enjoy your treat. Alright, so is this the river area? There's a purse here. Oily instructions, -2 intelligence. I've got all these things that like only give minus. A page of hard to read text titled A Gnome's Starter's Guide to Esoteric Memorization. You hold up the paper, finding it to be actually torn out of a book. The name is in the margin that suggests the book called The Gnome's Starter Guide to Esoteric Memorization. Read it. The goblin leans over your shoulder and reads as well. The first step to understanding esoteric memorization is understanding the underlying powers at play. Jor's strings stretch across his coast, invisible to the eye and yet connected to all things living and dead. A spell is simply a set of rules you must follow in order to manipulate those strings into an esoteric effect. Yet those rules are themselves esoteric in nature, and as such, most wizards will find it impossible to remain more than a handful of spells at a time. Newbie wizards, maybe.
Oh, how many spells can you memorize?
I'm more of a feelings kind of spellcaster. I don't care for numbers or rules or logic.
Aha.
Keep reading. This is the big divide between cantrips and actual spells, as cantrips are both easy to remember and will not consume a spell slot. Spell slots are common representation of how many spells each spell level a caster is able to perform without rest. As a gnome, you are naturally gifted at the art of illusion magic. Other schools will be more difficult to memorize. Suggested harmless spell to use in the first level spell Grease. To increase your chances of memorization, attempt to cast at least 2 times per day. In the margins, there's a handwritten note that you managed to spot. It's hastily written and bold, like the author really wanted to hype themselves up. Oily instructions. It says, every evening and every lunch break at work, remember you can do it. Oh no. The goblin leans over the ridge looking down at the river. Damn. Poor gnome. An esoteric mishap. Magic is a blade without a handle, and so on. Indeed, Grease is a dangerous spell. Intensely dangerous. I can learn the spell, though. You quickly memorize the piece of paper. That's something, at least. So he slipped on his grease. Poor gnome. But, hey, you know. Now I have another spell. Great Perch of Norvik. Oh, is this going to be directions? The wooden signboards have faintly glowing lettering on them. Floating just an inch off the surface, the names of several locations are spelled out. A common type of magical ink creates permanent messages on any surface until dispelled. This appears to be a more advanced kind with a magic mouth-like ability, can react to your commands and reshape temporarily. Which way to Water Lane? Down the temple steps, across the circle square, through the garden tunnel, over the pillar crossing. Good sign. So down the steps, across the circle. Ooh. Almost intact and endlessly rising pillar. Yeah, we saw that underground, too. Get some money. Get some more money. There's bicycles. A handful of bicycles are on the local rack. A bicycle is a form of transportation built upon the strength of your own two legs. True men race through the city streets to find their destiny. Bicycle is a tool for the common man to reach distances efficiently and safely, an invaluable tool for an egalitarian society. Bicycles famously used by the free striders during the early revolution to escape the magocratic forces. Now a symbol of many free cities in the Reeds. Bicycle. Bikes are nice. Bike racks are stationed in many places around the city, usually in locales with lots of stairs. There's a stillness here, an uncommon sight at the heart of the city. This bike in particular is yours. Where's the key? Not here. Did you lose it somewhere? Could getting the key be a quest? That does sound like a quest you would get. Find the missing key. The mystery of the bike key. Something that would be perfect. No quest to be found here, just sadness. Damn. Check the chain lock. You lean in and take a closer look. The rusty chain seems brittle, but wrapped so hard around the tire that it would be annoying to get off even if you had the key. Why would you wrap it like that? You should take better care of this magnificent bike. Good, no one will take your bike. Not even you. This is my bike. Yes, you fool. Keep up. It sure is. The best way to travel to Norvik, except, of course, on this godforsaken island fortress. See anything strange about the bike? No, it's a bicycle. He does not care. If I remember where the key is, can I bring the bike with me? First of all, don't ask me. You're an adult. Do what you want. Secondly, how the fuck are you going to take a bike around Tolstad? You gonna carry it? Up and down the stairs? This bike rack is set up here so that people can leave the bikes before heading down the stairs to Water Lane. That sounds a bit annoying. Uh-huh, yeah. If you find a pocket bike, that's another thing. But leave this one be. Cleric, we got work to do. I love this bike. Uh-huh. Do you want to know a secret? Not particularly. This is my bike. Yeah, it seems to add up. Bye-bye, bike. Snell hates me. Snell definitely fucking hates me. The halfway bridge connects the palace with the rest of southern Norvik. Your eyes land on a series of papers nailed to a wooden facade. Getting information out of people, how do you do it? One possible way, papers nailed on random walls. You'd be surprised how effective it can be. Some of them are torn and unintelligible. Few catch your attention. This seems illegal. Advertisements require strict approval from the government. Tear them down and rip them up. The owl flyer. S. Yelin & Sons, binders and lithographers. Everything from designing, engraving, account books, manufacturing, water lane view, 6LW. This place could fix your ruined spellbook. It's a prayer book, and yes, this place could help with that. Look at the one that says Grand Opening. You can barely read the faded lettering on this ink-printed flyer. Grand Opening of the Stubborn Sphinx Brewery and Commercial Tavern. Served without riddles. Drunk with all charm. Pillar Crossing, 2nd LW. By the look of it, this tavern opened at least a year ago. Maybe 2. Look at the poster with a faded green hammer. A sun-faded symbol covers most of the large poster. It's a hammer printed on green ink. Asgalists, those who share the plight of the common folk. Gather, you workers. Asgul said, no gods above, no king below, only folk. Asgul is to rally on the 22nd of March. TS Circle, rise up. You can't just gather people like this. The city is surely against this type of erroneous, collectivistic behavior. Yeah, fuck the communists. Rip up the posters. You furiously tear at the paper, ripping them down from their nails and throwing them to the wind. Wonderful. You've asserted force onto these terrible evildoers. Can we go now? Yes. I don't think Snell liked that. I don't think Snell liked that I just randomly tore up the papers. Hello.
Hello. What you playing?
Esoteric Ebb. It's the game I told you about yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
The Disco Elysium meets D&D. Is this the way? No, that's where to the goblins again. Although it said you gotta go through the goblins to get to the riverway. So maybe we go through a different path. I don't have much time, but what is this? This is Esoteric Ebb. It is a sort of spiritual successor to Disco Elysium set in a D&D environment. Oh, is this how we get to the waterway? Yeah, this looks like it. This is not the waterway. Yeah, it might be. Fuck off, human. Not open until sunset. Get another one of these. Alright, maybe he can give me directions? Apart from disturbing the peace, what do you want to know? Tea shop blow up at Tolstad, and Tolstad is right here. Yeah, sure. You see the pain across the goblin's pointy face. I know this, but thanks for sharing. Midday 22nd, reports of burning local tea shop. Militia arrives in no time, puts out the flames, keeps them from spreading, etc. A few injuries nearby. Turns out the shop was closed at the time of the incident. The city declares that fireplace failure. The HWBT disputes it, asking for cleric to check the esoteric circumstance. Said cleric arrives late. That's you, by the way. Just be mind-numbing and clear. Corruption playing strings, each string hidden in plain sight. Now, I don't know about you, but tea shops don't explode out of nowhere. Right before the election, too, this whole thing stinks. I'm the cleric. You're the cleric. Not just a cleric, the cleric. I don't see anyone else in Earthguard colors around here, so sure, the cleric. There are not too many Earthguard these days in general, and the ones who are around here are stretched thin. Alright, so he didn't give me directions. How do I get to the river? Because the sign said... Okay, if I go back to the sign, the directions from the sign were... We had to go across, down the stairs, across the circle, through the goblin area. Damn, Snell really cannot run. He's keeping up as best he can. So the sign over here... Water lane view, down the temple steps, across the circle square, through the garden tunnel, over the pillar crossing. If we could afford that fancy magic ink, it'd say down the stairs, over the grass, into the tunnel, glory to Sage Leaf. Okay, so if we go down through the garden, over the pillar crossing. Okay. Good sign. So... corner of Nordvik still standing in the gate era. We go down the stairs, across the circle, through the garden, tunnel. Across the circle. Come back around midnight. Yeah, I'm just having trouble finding Waterview Lane. Ow! 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 Jesus Christ, baby, what the fuck? You're okay. It's okay. You're okay. There we go. Sorry, my cat just jumped onto my lap and then, seemingly unhappy with the fact it wasn't perfectly flat, started scratching me up. Is it down here? No, this doesn't look like it. Tunnel to the river. Central Tolstad. Lower layer. Okay, if we go to Central Tolstad. Oh, right, we've already been here because this was closed. Oh, hello, snail. Dormitory out of commission. Can't go up that stairs. Snell. Oh, that's his home. That's his home. And it's all in a language I don't know. Welcome to my pad. Go ahead, root around as much as you want. Can I have some of your stuff? No, and don't touch anything. I'm not sure how this is in any way useful for the job, but let me know when you're done looking around. Looking, nothing else. Be nice, be less nice. It's a nice apartment. Yeah, I'm not here a lot. The goblin laughs. I'd argue it's much better than usual. One time, I was here on a date, brought her back here. Terrible idea. The date was already going poorly. Imagine her expression when she steps in here and there's a pile of reports all over the floor, a block drain in the kitchen sink, and 15 confiscated bowls of pixie dust piled in the corner. You tell me it took her 10 seconds to come up with an excuse. As his laughter fades, he looks at the place and says, Anyway, looks better these days. Figured I'm such a neat goblin, like everyone says. I might as well do well to keep my apartment clean too. Have a hard time believing you. Snell leaving in filth? Never. Ha! I guess people change. I don't think people change, but I do think that all folk can control their behavior. They sure do. Time changes all things. I don't. I'm the exact same person I've always been, flaws and all. No need to get that deep with it. What about you? The question cuts tiny holes inside your skull. Clerics are popular, right? Avoid, abort, alert. I have a -3 modifier to charisma. He's not allowed to ask you personal questions like that. The goblin looks at you with no... breathe heavily. Breathe heavily doesn't work. Well, I gotta do this then. -3. Oh, no. Just change it. Now. What? But won't that be weird? Weird? The nerves are withering. You're shivering in front of him just from asking a simple question. It's already weird. Now speak. Start screaming and then speak. Have you ever met any lovely frog folk? I would rather talk about something else. Snell stares at you for approximately 6 seconds, then opens his mouth and says, I understand. He'll allow you to move on. Phew! Sorry. Never mind. Do you have something else you want to say about your life? Me, not really. For the last few years, I've focused on the old halfways, and whatever the old lady needs of me. I don't mean to sound ungrateful, though. I do love it. It's real rewarding. You're clearly good at what you do, whatever that is. I ask myself the same question sometimes. Goblin takes a breath. I'd tell you to look at it from a goblin perspective, but let me put it like this. Lady Sageleaf gave me options in a world of railroad track. I get to help people and get real fucking good at it. So for now, I'm gonna keep doing it. Better than getting bored, that's for sure. This is definitely not the type of job that ever leaves you bored. He grins. Anyhow, anything else you want to talk about? How much is the rent? Not so bad, thanks to the old lady. She looks after her own. Not every goblin is so lucky. What do you mean? You know there are 3 tribes in the city, right? The halfways get by real well thanks to Lady Sageleaf. But it didn't used to be that way, and most goblins have a hard time getting by here. Most guilds won't exactly hire a goblin just like that. What? That's illegal. I know. Doesn't stop them. We're not humans, so by default, on average, we're not trusted. Back in the day, there were apparently a bunch of programs meant to push us into the workforce. Anti-discrimination laws, goblin public works projects. But the support for those ran out before I was born. So most kids fall into crime. They can't do that. In Norvik, it's illegal to be a criminal. That's arguably one of the dumbest things you've ever said. Dumbest so far. He sighs. Imagine you're a goblin kid. You spend most of your day in the Warren with 20 others your age. There's barely any resources to actually teach you all the human stuff we're legally forced to be taught. If you're lucky, you've got one parent with a stable income. Otherwise, you'll be living in the dormitories. No support system, no chance to integrate into the city you're supposed to be living in. If you're lucky, you get a dangerous gig in the tunnels. If not, the only way for you to get enough money for food, beyond the basic handouts, is joining a syndicate. They recruit young to keep you in the juvenile stockade if you ever get caught. Starting as an errand boy and ending up as whatever they need for their enterprises. Then you bring home a heavy pouch of crowns for your mom and pops. What are they gonna do? Turn their little kid in? Or accept that the only major source of income the household's gotten in months? Maybe they'll even encourage you, push you to get real friendly with the local runner. Weren't you a runner? Runner and handler, yeah. It's complicated, but the Halfway Bridge tribe is classified as a syndicate. We run things in similar sense to the Ishki and the NMBT, except we do things strictly by the book. We don't run drugs for once. We keep Waterlane free of smuggling. But most importantly, we keep the youth out of it. And we keep other tribes at an arm's length. Lady Sageleaf is real draconian in that regard. Everyone, and I mean everyone, in our tribe gets a job and a good salary. We tried pushing this method on our support system on the other tribes, but it's hard. It's not always popular. We're the small, annoying, cultish tribe of Tolstad, after all. He sighs again. So, it is what it is. He cares about this a lot. You do too. You're working hard for your lady. I sure do. Thanks for the talk. I'm surprised no one said crime as statement. I have no reason to be interested in this door. I don't know what doors I am interested in, though. No one is home. Guess I'll have to try some other day. I'll come back tomorrow. Okay. Dormitory out of commission. I don't know how to get to Riverview. The Goblin Garden. Okay. Oh, wait, that's where it came from. I'm so lost. Okay, there's the river. I'm just going in circles. Okay, Dragon of Tolstad completed. Tea shop that blew up. Ruffled feathers. So this is Frank. See, a water lane is what I'm looking for. It's the dormitory. You'll touch the pillar. The whisper gets louder. It says something to you, something weird. A conversation? I guess you can try to join in. Disadvantage, the goblin is impatient. Oh no, not right now. Let me ask you to leave me alone. Whoops. I gotta go solo. I don't think so. Just for now, I have to handle stuff solo. And what? Go stand up in the garden until you pick me up? You can do whatever you want. The cleric, I've been assigned by Lady Sagely for herself to watch over the proceedings. The halfway tribe has a vested interest in keeping the streets safe. She absolutely does not trust you to handle this shelf, but if you're insisting on it, I'll come pick you up later. Fine. Your goblin companion stomps away. You now stand alone. So now I won't have disadvantage. But I still failed. Closing your eyes, you begin to focus. Your mind placed squarely in this esoteric force. Your mind forms into an arrow, but you fire it forward, but it is repelled. Opening your eyes, your hand is no longer pressed against the cold surface of the pillar. This is wrong. Yes. Try again later. Alright, is he gonna be in his house, or did I piss him off? Well, that wasn't his house. I went to the wrong apartment. Good afternoon, cleric. The goblin gives you a section. You ready to head out? A bit later than I usually get started, but I'm ready. Goblin has some good taste. Ooh, what is this? You stand before a wooden board covered in sketches of various people. Look closer at the sketches. You see several faces you recognize and some you don't. A birdman with a black and white pattern along with the note Tea Shop Owner. A bulky merman with the text Rival, no unambitious. A stout-looking dwarf in uniform with a hammer, a symbol that says Patron. A stylish orc with a free strider hat. The symbol in the corner says completely unaffiliated suspicious. Pale man holding a skull, no motive, a human with a fancy beard, and a fish symbol suppressing info, beware. And then finally, you look at the central piece, the beautiful recognition of Sagely for self. Enemies, spies, city conspiracy. Oh yeah, Project Visualizer. Helps keep track of jobs. You can check it out if you want. I haven't done much other than a basic outline of the tea shop yet. I've been busy with all this running around. Looks like a ton of work. Not really. Haven't had that much downtime yet. Once we're finished, I'll make sure to compile a proper report for the old lady. Interesting. Ooh. I could try to steal from Snell. I don't think he noticed. I'm a bad person. That's up to Tolstad. Drunk Sphinx. Guy just 10 minutes ago told you his tragic backstory about hard times and you steal from him the first chance you get. Look, it's an RPG. Our stats are even question marks. Not so tiny dictator. Lower layer? Oh, this is where we woke up. The cloak is sprawled upon the iron slab. As you grab it, you immediately feel the dampness spreading into your gloves. Ooh! It's light blue and tattered, and it was once yours. An Earthguard cloak add-on. It's been ripped to shreds at the base, but you could still use it. Interesting style. You could pull it off. Ew. Shh. Wring out the water. The filthy liquid falls to the floor of the stony chamber. It smells of salt water. Still quite wet. Weigh it in your hands. It is heavy. Should I wear this? Like previously mentioned, you could pull it off. Of course you could wear it. A hood is the perfect tool for any decent rogue and her ne'er-do-well. So if it's a little damp, so what if it's a little damp? You have to wear it. I mean, I am a rogue, so I'll wear it. You reach for your fancy red pouch of holding. The cloak easily slips inside into an extra dimensional space with a satisfying slurp. I love my pouch of holding. Yes, you are very lucky. This kind of magic item can go upwards of 10,000 crowns. Of course, you don't truly own this pouch of holding. It's property of the state, treated as such. Shut up, it's yours. You can do whatever you want with it. Now put on your cloak and rob some people. Relocate their resources. Equipping items temporarily alters your ability scores. I already figured that out, but I just got a class conflict. Because I said I was a rogue. You've made it clear one single time now you're a dick-ass rogue, and nobody can stop you from being the coolest sneaker at all of Tolstad. After your river adventure, oh yeah, we had that one already. Hey, I'm not gonna watch because I'm playing this and I don't want spoilers, but I want to say I appreciate it getting coverage. Demos showed that it was a cool game, and I hope the full release lives up. Yeah, I haven't played the demo, so I'm still on day one, because I know the demo was all of day one. I just hadn't played it yet. But yeah, I've enjoyed it so far. Alright, let's dig over these dwarves. I spoke to Agent Vera. What did the brute say? The dwarf is pulsating with a surge of masculinity. This might be the start of a fight if you're lucky. A pretty nobleman like you wouldn't like to be arrested now, would you? You see the anger in his glare, the rage. You trying to get him to punch you because he will do it? Blood means nothing. I've accomplished this myself. You're a hypocrite and a fraud, Alphoth. Shut your filthy mouth. Alphaz holds his hand towards his men. They go silent as he opens his mouth to say, I'm warning you, cleric. You'd be nothing without mommy and daddy. You're attempting to hurt his ego. Cleric? Don't you dare. Get him to punch you. He's pissed off. I have a -3 modifier, but it's only DC 9. I can probably do it. No! Fuck! Let's see. How do you provoke a dwarf with a hierarchy complex? Maybe every dwarf in the amphitheater watches. You're really short. The dwarf's expression goes from rage to confused. The older dwarf on stage gives a shocked laugh. Sorry, lad. What? No, you've got to save it. You're short. Hold out your hand to visualize his height. No, don't keep saying that. The goblin lets out an involuntary chuckle. The dwarves start laughing at your statement. Keen observation skills you got, lad, he exclaims with a wide grin. He's trying to keep himself from laughing, not very well. It appears calling a dwarf short is indeed not an insult. Now that you think about it, it's actually a term of endearment. You're actually complimenting him. You're short. Alphaz can't help himself anymore. He releases bellowing laughter as tears start to form in his eyes. Well, don't keep doing it then. The gaggle of dwarves are holding their sides. He keeps saying it. Please, Mr. Cityman, no more. For fuck's sake. Oh my god. I can't stop. You're short. They fall to the ground, cackling loud enough to be heard across Pillar Road. A long time passes and the dwarves keep laughing their asses off. But eventually they collect themselves among the occasional relapse and snicker. Oh, good gods, one of them mutters in between chuckles. Even your companion laughs at you. Alphaz comes up to you, wiping his eyes with a handkerchief. Thank you for that, Mr. Cleric Cityman. That was wonderful. Been a long time since me and the boys had such a fun time. I get that you're trying to get us to leave and all, but look, it's not that simple. Your failure has even made them even like you more. He's not even pissed. I fucking hate dwarves. Good, now try to empathize with them instead. Very funny, you know what wouldn't be funny is jail. I'm sorry, Alphaz, but it's best for you to leave. Wouldn't be funny is jail. The other dwarves start grumbling amongst themselves. Hey, what do you expect me to do, huh? These boys are counting on me. He's standing here for pride and nothing more. It is only good for the cause and his men if they leave at this point. You must show him the truth. As terrible as it is, leaving is the best option for these poor activists. Go ahead, they're not dumb, Snell whispers to you. Just talk, they'll listen. Ooh! I have advantage and it's DC 6 and I've got a +2 modifier? Let's show him why it's his best interest to leave. You search the possible things you could say to narrow it down. The dwarf is clearly a sensitive situation. He needs to appear a strong leader when standing against tyranny. You must show that you're on his side, this battle against oppression. Cause will be better off with you as a free man. You'll gain nothing from being arrested. Don't put your boys in danger because of your pride. Yeah, I'll deal with that one. As the dwarves listening to your words, some of them scoffing, Snell steps in. Look, he's a skitty schemer. He's a city schemer like any other, but right now he's talking sense. Surprisingly enough, you see thoughts starting to swell behind the dwarf's dark eyes. He turns to his companions and raises a hand. Boys, we're leaving. Disgruntled as they are, none of them complain too much as they pack up their tools and grab their green banner. Before setting off, Alphaz gives you a stern look. You're a strange lad, but I see you're nothing like her. If you want to do some real good on Tolstad, then join us. Find us down on the crossing. He nods and walks away with his band of unhappy dwarves. Finally got rid of him. Whew, let's go talk to the orc again. Now let's... Ooh. Hammer. Gives extra constitution. But I think... Yeah, this gives 2 con and 1 wisdom. It only lowers strength, and yeah, we can only equip 1 weapon at a time. I think I'd rather have the mace, even though it's definitely cursed. I have to say, with all due respect, well done. Right, the dwarves. Oh yeah, I saw the whole thing. The whole thing? So that's how you handle them, by resolving it with a few kind words. I won't say it's not impressive on its own, human. No blood spilled, mission complete. Yes, I suppose this was the cleanest solution. Her expression says but a little blood wouldn't have hurt. You've done a great service to the Ascani Reed's trading company today, and on top of payment, she hands you a pouch of silver coins. Yes, jackpot! Give me another job now. The thrill of that one got you hooked, eh? I'm sure I can find some use for your services again. She gives you a kind smile. May Earth smile upon you. And do visit our trading post down in Waterlane if you have time. I would love to see you there. She would love to make use of you here for profit. Well, mate, Ingevira. Same to you, cleric. Snell clicks his tongue. Don't like this. It's trouble. Bunch of trouble. Well, we did just level up. And we finished the... Ooh! Take root. What's that do? A dozen dwarves and an orc walk into a tavern. The orc turns to the tavern keep and says, hey, give me a large one. The tavern keep says, please don't turn this into a joke. These are real people you're talking about. What's going on here? Let me continue. So the dwarves go, the dwarves have struggled as a minority for decades. They deserve respect, nothing less. No, really, what's going on? You're divided, but a truth will be achieved. Whatever. Look, the gist of the story is, the orc is hard at work improving this shitty little city. The dwarves are annoying and stupid. Got it? You believe for a second the orc wants the city to improve? No, you've seen too much to ever believe such a lie. Is this some kind of debate? Kind way to put it. The revolutionary freestrider will bring freedom, democracy, and riches to Norvik. Democracy, said to originate from early Arcane era civilizations in Old Dimenor, is the rule of the majority. Those with suffrage may vote to enable their preferred government, a truly messy and ineffective process. Last part being the most poignant. Let's focus on each of those points, one at a time. Oh, come on. Freedom. Free Strider rule will entail joining the Free City Alliance. Local politics will be focused entirely on serving the core and the Reeds in the interest of the trade company. Democracy. While it is true that they initiated the move towards universal suffrage, the Free Striders are known for both ruthlessly pushing propaganda to vulnerable folk, as well as simply buying votes. This is fact. Ridiculous. Riches. They might bring a lot of money into the city, but it's always going to factory owners and already rich folks. Yeah, because they actually work. This is silly. Without Free Striders, you'd probably be a farmer. Who the fuck wants to be a farmer? Farming is good, healthy work. Healthy! Thank you, Constitution. Don't change the subject. I feel like I should make a decision here. Yes, you must retain the spirit of Asgalian Revolution. After completing a quest branch, you can allow it to take root in your mind. When doing this, you must choose between available feats. Take a deep breath and stand up against the ever-growing wave of capitalism. You should choose Asgalian Spirit and Speech. With this feat, you restore 1 HP point for every hour that passes. Greed ain't so bad. Be able to unlock a better life for yourself. Who wouldn't want that? You should choose Money Talks. With this feat, you gain 50% more crowns on pickups. Honestly, I like Asgalian Spirit and Speech. You've chosen well. True harmony comes from being in tune with your fellow folk. The Dwarven way is good. The egalitarian way. Feel like you've resolved some conflict in the world. Now, where is level advancement? There we go. So I can add 1 to an ability score. I think we go Constitution. We gain 5 hit points, 1 hit dice, and spell slots. You've been alive for 2 hours. Time to choose your political party. Well, I mean, I've been alive longer than that. I just, died in between. There's something vanishing there. I'm at disadvantage, but it's a DC 6, so I can probably get it anyway. There we go. You close your eyes. You shape your mind into an arrow shooting towards the esoteric force. Find the rhythm to Jor's realm. Hear his voice. The cold rock of the pillar turns warm in your palm. You've marked it with your spirit. Warm. And deep. It goes deep down and far up. You're unsure, but you feel like there are more spots you need to investigate. Oh, I gained hit points! You lift your hand from the surface and you're able to see normally once again. You gained experience. You must keep looking. Soon the pillar's secret will be revealed. You understand plainly there's more to this pillar that you need to investigate, and in time and further below. So down the stairs, across the pillar circle. It's the tea shop. Mist scorched marks and cracked masonry, you approach this doorway. There are several planks blocking the passage. Tea shop, what a mess. Take a peek inside. Powerful force left those marks. Fastened with several nails, you also see a paper. The goblin clears his throat and begins reading the bold letters at the top of the paper. Corn Lord's meet updated. City notice, no trespassing. Corn Lord, the magistrate handling minting, trade, financing of public works and tithes, currently held by Nicholas Darrow in the Tolstad district. That doesn't include me, does it? I'm no expert in city law, but... Companion suddenly kicks the plank, sending a subtle ripple of blue energy around his feet. Sending, a third-level evocation spell commonly used to direct communication between powerful individuals, city-states, or arcanists. The Norvakian Sending Office employs many clerics for the express purpose of casting Sending across the coast. Do you think I wouldn't sneak in by myself if I could? It's sealed. You ain't getting in without the magistrate's approval. Touch the planks. As you do, subtle ripples of blue energy appear around your gloved hand. It is sealed. As you move away your hand, the faint aura shimmers and the dark, translucent blue fades away. Yep. The tea shop that blew up updated. Just standing in the door makes it clear that there is a locking spell cast on it. I mean, this is literally impossible. DC 26, I can't get it. There's no other way in? Not that I know of, but it wouldn't surprise me. Tostad's full of tunnels, holes, pipes, so who knows? Check the trespassing notice. City notice, no trespassing. And then continues the fine writing. By the order of the Coin Lord Darrow, the following premises are under city seizure under suspicion of criminal offense. Unlawful trespassing will be liable under 13 Holster contempt. 13 Holster is a collection of laws surrounding the lawful arrest of citizens. You need the magistrate's password. You should leave for now. So the sign was over there. Lady Chandler. Youth Asgal Modasa. West Tolls Route, North Darrow House. Well, we can go talk to Darrow. Darrow House. Eater, City Sworn Angel. In the Citadel's garden, you encounter a porcelain specter. Polished armor, inhuman. Her presence is both ethereal and demanding. She floats gently in the air, strangely unaffected by the river winds. Your goblin companion keeps his distance, muttering under his breath a word of disdain. Angel. Bow your head. The creature does not turn to face you. Instead, her many eyes simply pivot their gaze. A handful of Celestials are employed by the city after the Cleanlands deal of 13. Arcane Cleric, she echoes, of the Palace Script House of Earthguard. This is the one. The Vis Valkyrie, keep her safe. You? Keep her safe? She'll wreck you, buddy, beware. Point at yourself, Ragan. She now lifts her chin, and then she opens her mouth to speak in a projected cold tone. It's here. She says her name like it's a declaration of existence. As she states her name, you realize her mouth is not moving. Telepathic communication. The goblin gives you an uncomfortable look. He clearly does not enjoy having telepathic conversations like this. I have some things I need to ask. She stares at you with many, many eyes. Speaking with this ethereal creature is unnerving. You should mention it. The eyes. She'll appreciate it. She would destroy you. She is too powerful. An angel would step upon your soul, stomp on it. Radiant fire within! The angel must be appeased. Tell her what you think of her eyes. Keep your mouth shut. Probably not worth it, but still. Eh? Snell whispers to you. Don't mess with this fucking thing. Okay. Maybe do some small talk, then ask the big questions. I'm here to investigate the tea shop. The eyes just stare at you. They spin gently around. She's very non-vocal. We're getting nowhere with this. Be direct with her. That would make things easier. Just don't be too rude, okay? I don't have time for this. The eye stops spinning. She can sense your impatience. She is a messenger of divinity, overwhelming to the senses. I need to speak with Darrow. Slowly, the angel turns her face towards you for the first time. Oh gods, you're a dead man. Walk away, walk away, walk away. You can feel Snell sweating. Mutaki Presvolwal. Celestial tone. You can sense that she does not see you as worthy. Is that alright with you? Perhaps you should stand up for yourself. Sure, now about the magistrate. Cornlord Darrow is busy, she speaks. I'm here on city business and I need to speak with him. She looks to her right towards the building leaning over the ancient tower. After a moment of silence, she said, Cornlord Darrow will be available post-midnight. He will only be available after midnight between 000 and 6. He'll be in his restoir. Several of her eyes look to the entryway to her right. Restoir is not a real word, and whoever is attempting to make it one deserves a life of suffering. That door? Yes. Alright. She says nothing. She's clearly a master manipulator just standing there staring. Alright. There's a ton of stuff that's like only available after midnight, and the one area that I can't find feels like it's the one that's the daytime one. Oh, wait! You see a girl with glasses stuffing a mail slit with a magazine. Yeah, that's not a courier. He whispers to you. What do you mean, Snell? She's clearly delivering the news. The girl gives up trying to jam the slightly too large paper into the mailbox opening. Huh? She looks at you adjusting the glasses. Help her push the paper into the slit. Yeah, I mean, we could probably do that. She takes a step back as you approach the mailbox slit. Cleric? Don't worry, little lady. A real man is here. Silently pressing the paper. With force of at least a dozen angry muscles, you grab onto the edges of the half-entered paper and powerfully press it into the slot. You do realize once done that you probably didn't need that much force to press it in, but it sure looked good. I did not ask for your help. But you got it. I don't have time for this. Modissa! You hear a voice call out from down the alley. Let's go! She glances at the stack of papers and mutters to herself. Shit! We gotta get this done before evening, otherwise Waterlane is screwed! You hear the girl in green groan as she grabs her stack of papers. Then she rushes down the alleyway. Not sure what that was about, but did you see the armband? Asgalist. The armband, yes. She is Asgalist. She's just some girl, no need to care. I'm done here. Anything over here? Oh, an elf to talk to. Standing on the corner is a woman in a green coat. Her intense gaze focused on the cityscape horizon across the river. Careful, cleric. Easy to slip and fall here. Clear your throat loudly. She turns her head, the expression cold. She's mourning. Yes? This is a real lady! Impress her with your poetry skills! I am the cleric of Norvik. She breaks her eye contact once again facing the river. We got a shard of Jor. You feel a growing pull towards being cleric. Call me Pinja. Terphasis. It's as if she's searching for something. What are you doing here? Waiting. Forever. She's anxious. Waiting for what? She looks up at the Pillar of Jor. An esoteric relic left after the end of the Gate era. There are 8 of these pillars across the coast, or 4 if you believe. We already got this explanation. I have a friend in need of help. That sounds like a quest. I can help. She shakes her head. No need, I've caused enough trouble as it is. No, she has to give you the quest. It sounds perfect. Please, I want to help. The elf is quiet. Convince her you can help with strength. I mean, it was a bad roll, but we did succeed. There's only one way to make her give you the quest. Prove your heroic qualities. You know who I am? The elf does not respond. I'm the man that'll save the world one day. If your friend needs help, I'm the guy to do it. She stares at you for a while, taking you in. Then she gives you a little smile. What is the quest, fair lady? She looks away once more. There's a paladin, Lord Gorm of Norvik. Lord Gorm is the last anointed paladin of Earth, one of the original faces of the party of Norvik. He went missing months ago. Many believe he's abandoned his post. Is he in trouble? He is a city paladin. He's lost his way completely. Is he here on Tolstead? She glances towards the pillar. Her look is stern. He's close. She means he is physically close, but spiritually far gone. Or the other way around. I cannot say much, but if I could have just one more chance. She holds back great anger and sadness. If you find him, Ragan, tell him. Tell him sincerely with all of my heart. He can go fuck himself. The tone of voice is like a shriek of the banshee. She knows you too well. Gorm is not her friend. He's not the one in danger. He's not the one in danger. Who's your friend, then? She is... The elf closes her mouth and shakes her head. She's protective of her friend, a good soul. Where can I find him? She shakes her head. Can you tell me anything that'll help me on this quest? Leaning forward, she whispers to you, one thing. Lord Gorm might be lost. She smiles. But you don't have to be. She looks up towards the clouds where the pillar disappeared into the blue. There's hope for all of us yet. If I find him, I'll let you know. Thank you. Quest acquired! Well done! Now you just need to find a lost, drunk, famous paladin somewhere in a massive maze of a city. Fun times. You feel a great emotion well up inside of you as you turn to leave. Tears. Tears for her and her friend. Hey, cleric, you okay? Yes, thank you, Snow. No problem, big guy. This journey will take much. Let's talk to this lady, too. The hooded woman's cape flutters, an icy wind rushes down the Tolstead rise. Her eyes are locked with yours. What are you looking at? You, stranger. I'm looking at you. Her voice is emotionless and spoken from deep in her chest. The voice of a priestess. I am Shamar. I hail from the slopes of the mountain. She bows her head slowly. A golden horde servant. Golden Horde, remnants of Celestial Empire and Divinitorum, led by the horrifying Choir, a hyper-intelligent light being. They spread fear throughout the lands, as well as parts of the eastern Asaki. Divinitorum is one of the 8 bands along the coast. It is an askew plain, a slope growing the sacred wasteland, home of celestials, bird folk, as well as the scars of the water divine. A human from the Divinitorum? The mountain stranger. I don't have much time to talk. I'm in service of the ambassador. As you can imagine, I'm not here to socialize. Do you know anything about the tea shop? Nothing. I don't spend time on Tolstad. I'm here on business day, and I will soon leave. But I am sorry for the destruction it wrought upon your city. Why are you staring at me? Is that a bad thing to do in the city? I mean, not if you have a good reason. What reason? Trying to look cool. I don't know. Forget I brought it up. Okay, I will do so. I will stop making eye contact according to the local norms. I have some personal questions for you. I don't have time for your inquiry. Please. Later, then? I am busy then as well. The golden outreach does not cease, ever. Alright, goodbye. This is the low charisma playthrough of all time. Dwarven stone broken in half. Yeah, this because we're the roof of the tea house. There's a little lobster here. Bunch of safety rules, and then it says if broken, contact your local union representative. It's one hell of a climb. Those cogs, they could swallow you whole. What kind of man, no, what kind of human cannot climb a simple ladder for 20 feet? This would be embarrassing for anyone of any age to fail at this. Let's climb the ladder, then. Taking a confident step onto the ladder, you begin your climb. You close your eyes as you do so, in order to fully immerse yourself in the experience of changing elevation. You're afraid. It is very high. Yet your body remains calm. But within a moment, you are at the bottom of the ladder. Gods, you're so slow. Can we get moving now? The roller mill workers kept more than ledgers in their archive. Wooden door blocks your path. Oh yeah, locked tight. He shut it. He shut it to keep all his people at bay. The owner in fear of his labor. That must lead to the back office. Haven't been there in a while. Haven't been here before, but I think they closed a while ago. Heard rumors from some of the goblins that worked here. I think the owner fired them all out of nowhere. Okay, I could try to pick the lock. I can't force the door open. If they closed it down, why is the mill still spinning? Yeah, that's actually concerning now that you think about it. I'll ask around, nothing to worry about. I need more modifiers to actually get through that. You spot a crab on the rock. Official name Torvin Crawler. Does seem shiny. Yes, Cleric, it's a crab. I can pet the crab. You reach for it. The crab immediately snips onto your index finger. Huh? The crab pincers grab your finger hard. Hard. Oh shit! 3 damage. Your steely bones tank most of the damage. But it's still hanging on. I could get out of the vice grip. Yeah. Nope, I cannot. You bend and you pry, but the crab will not let go. Another point of damage. The blood is not flowing. Slowly you die. There we go. Fucking just barely. Use your free hand to pry the pincers off your finger. When your index finger is released, you immediately feel the blood begin to flow once more. Freedom! He was a good little fighter. Good crab. What do you know about the tea shop? It snips with his pincers. What's that, Krabby? Johnny Longneck blew up the tea shop. Johnny Longneck is an infamous pirate captain of the Arcane era. He had an airship capable of ransoming entire cities called the Green Rock. It, along with his captain, was lost in the waves of Old Dimenor, around 200 AD. Damn, I guess we gotta go find him. Johnny Longneck, not again. Him and his dastardly plans. Also, I'm joking. Please do not take that seriously. We're not going into the Red Sea and Wastes to seek out Johnny Longneck's crash sites. Spoil sport. Citizen. Oh, this is the dockyard. Maybe this is... Water lane view! We made it. We made it, gamers. Ooh! That's where the orc lives. But... I think it's time for me to start making dinner, so I'm gonna head out. Y'all have a good one. Bye-bye!